Okay, guys, so welcome into another Scrapping Irish Sunday night live chat and scrap chat. So it's 8 p.m. here in Ireland, and I think for most of my US viewers, the ones I get from the East Coast, it's 4 p.m. because your clocks changed last week. Ours haven't changed yet. So let me just double check a few things. Sorry, I'm out of breath. I was running to get here because I was watching the Liverpool game, of course, and that didn't finish till about 10 minutes ago, and then I had a few other bits and pieces to do. So yeah, everything is working over on YouTube side, and I just want to get the link, copy and paste it, and we can pin it, and then I'll say hi to whoever's coming in. I'll just get the copy, and we'll paste that over on the YouTube side of things, and then we can have a chat. The link is there. Let me pin that. Pin the message. So there we go. So that's pinned. If anyone wants to come up and chat, there it is there. So who has come in? Electronic Scrapper, Estonian Scrapper, and Pooh's Mate, all welcome in. And Ian Matthews. I seen Ian Matthews was doing his mattress. I don't think I commented because I started watching another video straight after it. But yeah, he had fun cutting the springs on his old mattress. Of course, he couldn't just bring the mattress straight to the dump. He had to make sure he got his bit of metal. As he said, it's better to get the price of it than cost you on that to bring it to the dump. So at least he made a few pounds with the cost of fuel nowadays. Ralph Morrick, welcome in. Who else? Just see anyone else here? So welcome in, guys. How has your week been? Ian Matthews was missing off the scene. He explained why in his videos. He was live on Friday night on Huey's stream where they were doing the tables. So the table challenge. So we got to have a look at their tables. If you haven't seen them videos, the links are there on Ian Matthews. I think has them under his table video. Or he might have them on the video he put up on the mattress. I forget which one he done the links on, or maybe he has them on both. Daniel, welcome in. Good to see you. So yeah, go check out them tables. There's some really, really good stuff there. I would not be that skillful to make something like that. But yeah, Ian Matthews was missing for a while. He managed to give himself food poisoning, which is no easy task. Even for me, I'm the worst cook in the world. I have not managed to give myself food poisoning yet. So I don't know, did he give it to himself or did someone give it to Ian? Now, if you're wondering what I'm looking for a empty box of Pringles that I brought up because I'm going to be cutting some stuff there. And I probably, oh, there it is. Sorry about that. I just wanted to get my empty green Pringles so you can see through them. Where I can put some stuff while I'm doing in there because I might as well be doing something while I'm chatting to people. And what am I doing? You'll love this, guys. This is really, really how bad I get for getting stuff. Look at the tiny little bit of ring gold. Well, you can't really see it because of the thing, but in here, there's a little ring of gold going around there, and there's another one down here on this side. I just cut them off, connect them up, or put them in there and collect them up, and then I can get the gold off them eventually at some stage. So just all I do is cut off the corner with the little gold ring on it, and it goes in there. These boards, there's not much else that was on them. I think you'll see them on. I think they were on a video a couple of months ago, and I'm just getting around to finishing them up. So that's kind of what I'm at. So what is everyone else at? Let's see, in case anyone else come in. Brizzy boy, sorry, I didn't see you coming in there, but good to see you. Hope all is well. And then I have to put all these into another container and eventually get rid of them. You can see there is still some gold flash in there, but it's, I don't know, is it worth putting into the acid or not? That's the question. I usually just cut the rings off these and get them, and that's it. Electronic Scrapper, scrapping out a few LED automotive headlights. Get over here, Scrapper. I'll give you half a ton of yeah, that bulk bag is still on the go there. I'm waiting till you have them about a ton weight, and then sure we collect a ton. There's no point going over for half a ton, is there? If anyone doesn't know, Ian Matthews has a secret location where he is storing up e-waste, and he doesn't do e-waste, but he still is not going to pass it up if it comes his way. He's never going to turn down the electronic boards that he finds and stuff like that. So you never know. There might be someone in the UK that'll give him some money for them. Any e-waste guys over there in the UK, no, don't be offering them lowballing them. Christ above. Ian Matthews doesn't go for lowball. He wants everything nice and high for Ian Matthews. Let me see, is there anyone else that I missed? Don't forget to hit the like as you come in, guys. There's 2 bags. Sorry, there's 2 bags Ian Matthews is saying. Is there anyone else I didn't get? So what's your scrap price? Does anyone go to the scrapyard lately? How are you getting on with your scrap prices at the scrapyard? Still up high enough, I hope, for everyone. Link is there, by the way, if anyone wants to come up and chat for a few minutes. You don't have to stay up the whole show or anything like that. You can just come up, chat for a few minutes, go off, do your own thing, whatever you want to do. I'll just keep cutting these little things off. I seen Raphael was playing Fortnite. I think it was, wasn't it? Fortnite he was playing. He had a video up on that. So instead of scrapping, he was playing video games today. So what you call Ian Matthews getting mixed 250. I heard you saying that on the video today. Patrick Williams, welcome in. We have Miller over on the Facebook side, so welcome in. Good to see you. I'll just highlight your comment because people on YouTube can't see it. And again, most of the people are on the YouTube side. I do get a certain amount of people come in from Facebook, and that would have been from Romantics. I think that shared me out one time. So no, they are scrappy where I live. So I missed well, that's in case I missed anything there. I'm just going back through the chat. Who else did I say? I said Ian Matthews got that. Nearest scrapyard to me is given 130 ton for steel. 1 5 mile away is 210 ton. Why is the closest? Yeah, I noticed that myself. The closest one is always the one that's the worst payer. The one where you have to travel a bit more, pays a bit more, but is it worth it for steel with the fuel prices the way they are, and your time, that extra distance you have to go and stuff like that? Again, if it wasn't steel, if copper and stuff like that, I would travel for better prices because you'll make more. But steel sometimes, is it worth it? 200 for shred at Patrick Williams. Which scrapyard is that, Patrick? Did you go to? Hope I wasn't too annoying for you being so drunk at Raphael's. Who are you saying that to, Brizzy? I don't think you were annoying at all. I didn't find you annoying. I thought you very entertaining. You and your crows and your spiders, your big ass spiders. Yeah, I didn't get up till late onto Raphael's stream because again, weather was good yesterday. So when I finished work, I had a lot of stuff to do, as you'll see in some upcoming videos where I've kind of got on top of my e-waste pickups at last. I've got a lot of it cleared out, and we'll be getting onto some acid videos and some gold recovery videos soon. I've Pooh's mate's video done, the one she was asking me about the RJ connectors. I have a video done, but it won't be out for a while yet, Pooh's mate, because it's in a queue of videos. So I hate to tell you, it may be June before you see it, or May, sometime in June, because I'm very organized on my videos at the moment, and I have them all queued up every 2 weeks, set up on YouTube. They're already scheduled, they're already uploaded, so they're ready to go. And I just put them up in the order that I had them done. So Pooh's mate's video, the one up, she was asking about the RJ connectors, I've done that video, and it'll be up there for you to look at in due course. So what I might do, Pooh's mate, is I think I can, can't I? Well, have I it uploaded yet, or is it just rendered and done? If I have it uploaded, I can send you a private link and you can have a look at it in advance. If you don't want to wait that length of time, I think you can do that. So you can send the link and let people up. Asset gold recovery. I'm there. Yeah, yes. I today I actually got out there and I took out the assets again. Not that I'd done anything. No, I had some assets where I had stuff left in it over the winter, like, so there was connectors and stuff I forgot about. I'd left in a container, so I filtered them out. Didn't bother doing a video on them because they were just bits and pieces, odds, ins, whatever, the off connectors and stuff like that I just left in the acid over the winter. So when I opened today, those gold foils floating around, so I just filtered them. So, and then I just checked, you know, to see what else. So I don't know how much acid is left there that's usable in it that hasn't been spent. So we'll put little connectors and stuff into it and keep going until I've used up all that acid, and then we'll start a fresh batch for the summer of acids and stuff, and we'll be seeing what we end up with. The ally is £1 or €1. Where did Martin? Let me go back there for a second. Batteries never seem to bring as much. I remember 900 a ton. That was a nice price, 900 a ton for batteries. 200 for shred any day. 520 for batteries. 265 for shred for thing. Patrick Williams is in Carlow in Ireland, so he's getting thing. I'm going to actually ring my scrapyards tomorrow. I'm going to ring 2 or 3 of them. I'm going to just compare prices and see what there is at the moment price wise. I might put up a little community tab or something just to give people what the prices are in this area in the west of Ireland at the moment, and then they can see what sort of stuff we're getting here price wise and compare it to what they're getting. But there's others. Price for scrap at the Midlands. What's this? I have half a kilo of plastic transistor sitting in Acarija. What are you looking for? The silver in them electronic scrapper, I presume? That's what you're going after, is it? Or is there something else in them transistors? I don't really do much with transistors. It's like go after the visible gold and probably the gold from the IC chips. They're the main things I go after. Keith is in on Facebook side. Keith, welcome in. Good to see you, Mr. Smashing it on Facebook himself. Good to see you, sir. If anyone doesn't know, that's Romantic, and he's got a couple of channels there on Facebook, and he's doing well on them. I can see anytime I'm in the chat, I don't always comment because there's just so many people in there, there's no point commenting. So you can have a couple of hundred people, maybe 1,000 sometimes in there on his chats. So that's good to see. My Curious Life, welcome in. No pop cans, they're too bad here in Michigan. I get 10 cents US per can. Oh, that's good. That you're getting 10 cents per can. I actually have a bin of Coke cans and stuff crushed that I was going to do maybe melt down into aluminium ingots at some stage, but I'm thinking now not to even bother. It's just because listening to Ralph and them guys saying that they're probably the worst for melting. There's too much impurities in them. So what's called Keith is just into Miller that he's gone over to YouTube for a while. To do stuff like that. Yeah, so it's been good weather here in Ireland. I think UK has really good weather as well at the moment. So I was looking at what E. Matthews' videos. His weather seemed to be good. I've seen Hazy Days video that he put up today earlier on. Weather seems to be really good in Wales as well. It was a bit cloudier in the west of Ireland today, but tomorrow is meant to be good, so I'll get out again. I'll hopefully get my lawn cut tomorrow and a few other bits. See you, Scrapping. Good to see you. Welcome in, sir. Patrick Williams, the government is meant to bring one. What's this about that I missed? What's he saying about the government? I'd go back a bit. Gold, 20 years. That's storage. I'd say it's he's on about bringing in the cans. Daniel Parsons, is it? Or Persons? My scrapyard doesn't accept homemade ingots. Yeah, a lot of scrapyards won't, because they're afraid that you just have some iron covered in aluminium or something like that, just to get more weight. And same with the copper. So a lot of scrapyards don't want you doing that, but you can sell them sometimes on eBay. Now again, I've seen them up there on eBay for sale, and it all depends on what type of ingot you're doing. If it's fancy with designs on it, or it's got some sort of thing. And again, some of the YouTube channels, the bigger YouTube channels like ewaste bin and Moose Scrapper, and then guys, they were selling them on thing because they had their name on them and stuff like that. And some of the subscribers just wanted to have them, they paid a bit extra to have their names on them, to have Moose Scrapper or any of them guys on it. So that's the reason they would sell better on eBay. I got 30 cents per kg for cans. Oh, that just jumped on me. They said dump it with all the shred. So there you go. So I was wasting my time collecting my cans, I think. Now again, I'll check with the scrapyard tomorrow when I give them a ring, just for the fun of it, and we'll see what they're offering at the moment in Ireland for cans in certain parts again. Ali is bringing in for €2 for as many as you have. Aldi is bringing in for €2 as many as you have. What's that about? Are they the machines, is it you're on about? Romantic, I had to come over here and say hello to all in chat. So Rose saying hi to everyone in chat. Just everyone saying hello to each other. Hey, Ian, nice. So come on, guys, hit that bloody link. Come on up here and have a chat. Tell us what you're up to. Don't be shy. Because I'm just going to keep cutting these. So, what's that saying? Ian, I was just trusted, but they are rather small, so they have checked the. Yeah, so some places don't. They can't check the ingots to see the content, the metal content, to see if they're proper aluminium or copper or whatever way you pour the ingots. So that can be an issue, a big issue for people, because again, a lot of people who scrap, they like to maybe do little ingots or rounds and stuff like that with the copper and build it up over time, and then maybe try and cash in at some stage. But then the issue is, if it's a small scrapyard that don't have any way of testing the metals or checking them quickly, or don't know you well, and you haven't built up a relationship with, they won't touch them. Again, if you're going to a scrapyard for a long time and they know you coming in and out and they know they can trust you, maybe over time you might be able to get rid of them, but not straight off. Anything worthwhile in I haven't done any of them, Daniel. So electronic scrapper, or might have. Electronic scrapper, have you done that? What I've highlighted there, if you're still in the chat, you might be able to answer that. Happy 420. Sweet. Don't put out enough videos to grow like that. Scrapping and refining is a hobby of mine. My free time. Yeah, the dreaded full-time work and then trying to do YouTube channels and trying to scrap as a hobby. It does take up a lot of time. That's why I schedule my videos now and having videos whenever I get time. I might get 2 videos done someday, or I might get 3 videos done in some days, depending on what I'm doing. And if I manage to get 3 videos done, that means that's 6 weeks, because I put a video out every 2 weeks. So that means I have videos then for the next 6 weeks done, which is good. So then if things get too hectic, or you're going away on holidays, or you have other stuff, you don't have to worry, because you have your videos ahead of you. And it looks after itself then on the YouTube side of things. There we go. So electronic scrapper, Daniel has answered that one for you. Bill, welcome in. How are you doing? So there you go. That's the good thing about here. There's always someone in, and someone in the chat will have an answer, or may have done something already, or may have worked on something, and they'll be able to give an answer quick. How's my little container? Oh, getting there. So again, I won't be probably doing a video on these, but I'll just stick them into the acid and let them work away. And I don't do a video on everything I put in acid, but I'll just stick these in with some other stuff that I'll be doing, and we'll be working away on it, and let them sit in a pot, or let them sit in the acid for a while. No rush with them, and just filter them out, and whenever I feel like. Electronic scrapper, what's the electronic scrapper saying? Or what's some don't worry about growth, it will come. Yeah, exactly. Don't worry about the growth thing. Just keep doing your videos, and people will come to your videos. You mightn't get what you want straight away, but over time, just keep doing them. Now we have someone in the basement at last. Someone is coming to keep me company. They were probably fed up with listening to me just talking to myself. Well,
hello.
Let me go wrong way. There we go.
It actually took me quite some time to get my camera and my microphone working properly.
Oh, why were you doing updates on your computer or something? No.
No, for some reason, as soon as I switched all my sound to my headset, it just disabled all audio devices, and I couldn't start my webcam, and it basically said, "There's no audio system enabled on this computer. Would you like to enable it?" And then I clicked yes, and then the whole thing turned on again. It's really weird. So yeah, I'm still running Windows 7, and it's an older computer by now. So somewhere this year, I'm gonna upgrade to a new computer with Windows 10, not Windows 11 yet.
Oh, see there what that's a comment that Daniel put up about another way with his cans, what he does do in Sweden.
$21 $25
for a bag.
full. Dang, that's a good
money.
deal.
That's good money for cans. Because, as I said, I don't think the scrapyards here in Ireland take them. They'll probably just give me shred price or something. But I'm going to find out tomorrow. I'm going to ring a few scrapyards just for the fun and get prices. I haven't priced stuff in a while because I don't go to the scrapyard that often. But I have a lot of wire, and I have a lot of them lead acid batteries from the computer
UPS.
backup. Yeah. So I want to see what sort of price they'll give me on them. I have what else have I? A lot of aluminium from heat sinks and stuff like that that I took off the e-waste stuff. So I think I have 4 dustbin fulls of wire, insulated copper wire. Ooh. So that should weigh a bit. And,
yeah, I got €4 a kilogram for insulated copper wire.
Yeah.
over here. So
want
and
to
I
see what
still
they're
have
paying
quite
here.
some to take in. So
Yeah. So, and what else have I got? I've got I have an awful lot of them. The what you call them? Have I got one thrown around here anywhere? I don't. With the power packs on for the laptops, the chargers.
okay, oh the adapter blocks.
Yeah, the adapter blocks have an
Yeah,
awful lot of.
I got breakage for those. I got 40 cents a kilogram.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking about breaking them up and just pulling the transformers out of them and then get a higher rate for the transformers.
I'm not sure I get that much higher for transformers. This webcam has all been playing up. There we go. Focus.
€1.50. What's that for? That Patrick Williams is getting here in Ireland. I'd like to see what, because he goes to the scrapyard more than I will be by the looks, because his prices are up to date.
$1.02 a pound for cans. That is great. I got 30 cents a kilogram. They just threw it in with the shred, which I get 30 cents a kilogram for. But they do take ingots cast. They just take it as cast aluminium.
All right, at your yard.
Yeah, that's a 150 a kilogram. So instead of 30 cents a kilogram, I can get 150 a kilogram if I melt cans into ingots. But then I'm gonna have to have a huge pile and just keep melting them, so that it's the most efficient.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if that's actually something interesting enough to do profit-wise.
Well, you could do a video on it just to see. You could see how long it takes you to do, how much gas you use up or electric. Yours is gas, isn't it? Is it?
It will be gas powered when I do the conversion.
Yeah.
I'm still charcoal powered, so.
Okay.
For my big furnace though, my small furnace is electric.
Yeah, well, that'd be an interesting video to see if you how much it cost and compare the cost and the amount of time it takes to do it and see is it worth doing for.
Well, I could also burn wood, and most of the blank wood that I have, like small blocks and 2x4s and stuff, you can split into smaller bits and burn that. And most of the stuff I got for free. I think all of the wood I got for free actually.
Yeah, well, you can get pallet wood anyhow as well if you wanted to burn that. Just get some pallets, break them up, and burn them.
Yeah, I guess. But that takes quite a bit of work, and it's not as fast as using gas.
Yeah, but gas is more expensive. I see bottles of gas now is like a big bottle of gas that used to be 90 quid. I think it's gone to 125 or 130 quid. So.
Yeah, burning the plastic off of copper. I don't think that's ever a good idea.
Yeah, I don't burn.
No, it's very bad for the environment, and if you're close to it and you breathe that stuff in, that's not good for you.
Yeah,
there's a lot of black smoke. It smells like crap. If there's anyone in the vicinity, they will know. And
scrapyards won't take it if it's burnt usually.
And if your copper is burnt, they don't take it. So you're gonna have to clean the copper afterwards.
Yeah.
Just strip it by hand if it's solid core, and if it's braided wire, don't bother, because insulated copper wire is still a pretty decent price, unless it's really thick braided.
And if you have loads of time and you just you don't mind spending a couple of hours every evening doing it over 10 weeks or something, if you have a lot of it, and you could do it that way, and but if you're trying to make money as quick as you can out of it, just leave it in as insulated wire.
Yeah. Happy to send you one of my diesel-powered furnaces. Even at today's prices, still cheaper to run, hot enough to melt cast iron. Yeah, I've seen diesel-powered or waste oil furnaces even. I think I'd be able to melt cast iron if I put enough effort in it using just charcoal and wood. With my homemade mini metal foundry based on the King of Randoms thingy from like 6-7 years ago. But yeah, cast iron is something I might look into later. Puts off chlorine gas when burned. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't think anyone burns copper wire. I've only seen one person put a video up where they burned copper wire on a YouTube video, and I think they got really slated on it, which they deserve to get for doing it.
Yeah.
You know, because again, I know I mess with acids and stuff, and it's bad for your health as well. And I do most of it outside, and I try and put a mask and I try to be as careful as I can. But I would never, ever, ever think about burning that stuff, because, as you said, if you just ever smelt that stuff burning, and you can smell it in the air for ages afterwards, and if
Miles
anyone,
away.
yeah, miles away. If anyone was, I remember where there used to be a tire company, and they used to do remold tires and stuff like that, and like that they'd be burning rubber or whatever to do it, and oh, the smell that used to be coming out of that place, and it's the
Literally
same smell.
burning rubber.
Yeah, and it's the same smell you get if anyone's burning the insulation off copper wire ever.
Yeah, it's a mess.
Yeah, and as you said, big clouds of black smoke, and that gets onto their clothes, and it stinks, and you can smell
It goes freaking everywhere. I
Yeah.
think I saw Big Stack decasting. Most people would probably know him. He has like a million,
Yeah.
1.2 million subscribers by now. He does every week the same thing. He makes a brick, but he does a lot of melting of copper wire, and he did a test once to not strip the wire and then burn it. See how that went. You basically couldn't see his garage anymore. It was full of black smoke. He said, "I'm never doing that again."
Yeah, imagine what got into his lungs. Johnny 5, welcome in. Good to see you, Johnny. Yeah, so if you can,
I think it's a video of him from like 3 years ago or so. I don't know.
Yeah,
but
well, that wasn't the person I was on about now.
Yeah.
The other person I'm on about is a scrapper.
Yeah.
Of sorts. But he doesn't care about his health, obviously. And I know people are probably saying the same thing to me about my acids and stuff like that. But I do try and do it outside in an open area, and I do have a mask, and I try to make sure that I stay away from it. Once I put it in the acid, I walk away, put the lid on the top, and let it work away, and don't come back to it till it's done. That's the plan.
That's what I do with most things in my apartment. I leave it somewhere in a corner and then walk away.
Yeah. Well, that's the good thing about the gold recovery side of it. You don't have to be standing over it. You can just put it into the tub of acid and leave it. Like as I was saying there, I had stuff left in all over the winter, and I'm finally getting around now to clearing stuff out again. And I had that left, and it was in a sealed bucket, and it was just there. When I opened the bucket, the foils were floating around on the top of the acid, and
oh wow!
So I was able to just filter them off today, and I done nothing with that from once I put it into the bucket and left it there all winter. I didn't even go near it. I didn't even open it because it was buried behind all my e-waste that I picked up. So I had to clear all the e-waste first to get to it. So that's the good thing about the acid. It can work away. It doesn't need you to be there watching it constantly.
I just took this thing apart, a part of a dust buster vacuum, and on the back side this popped out. This is just the battery that was still in there. I thought it was just some panel to connect like a cable, but apparently this thing is also battery powered. So another battery for the pile. Yay! I was wondering why the thing didn't come apart. There's more screws behind here. I really need to catch up on the table videos. I didn't realize there was a live stream going on Friday.
Yeah, Huey Leinhardt had it on.
Yeah, I saw the premiere, but I missed.
Yeah, well, E. Matthews was promoting the live stream in today's video, even though the live stream had taken part on Friday. So, or yesterday's video, sorry, put it up last night. So I'd say he meant to put that video up before the live stream, saying, "Oh, Friday night we're doing the live stream, blah blah blah." But he put it out a day late, Mr. Matthews, you terrible thing. But I think he had links to the videos. So if you watch his video and you go down, I think the links are there. To the tables, the people's tables and stuff like that they've done. So there's some very nice tables done. Huey had to go to his epoxy table. He done some epoxy work on his table.
Yeah, I saw Huey's one. Huey's and Everyday Solars are the only ones I've seen so far.
Brutus Metal Arts done a great table.
Of course, everything he does is great.
He had a really cool table.
like I said, I really want to visit him sometime, is because he lives like 40 minutes, 45 minutes drive away from me. So maybe we can arrange that at some point. I mean, now that the whole COVID mess is gone, there might be an opportunity if he wants to.
Yeah. He could show you how to make something artistic.
Yeah, I doubt there's much that I can teach him.
I was going to say you could show him how to cast a brick.
Yeah.
Oh no, you're doing your snail mail or mail snail.
Yes, which I still have to put on on the post.
I'm sure. Look at, I still have to post this out to you, Matthews. The carpet thing. I still haven't posted that out to him. I'd be slagging him about not sending stuff out quick to people, and I still haven't sent that out to him. I went to send it out one day and I couldn't find his address, so I asked him to email me on his address again, but he never has. So then until I get his address, I can't send it. Shark Scrapper, welcome in. Good to see you. Who else do I see coming in there? Abeleski is in as well. And
hello.
Who else did I see? My Victorious Life I already said hi to. I think that's it. They're the new ones that just came in there. So welcome in, guys. I'm sure you hit the like. I'm sure you didn't come in without hitting the like. But yeah, I seen Raphael was playing Fortnite again. He did a video up today. He'd done a solo.
Oh yeah, I saw the video. Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the video. I saw the notification.
Yeah, I left a comment. I told him to do some scrapping and stop playing video games. Did you stay on long last night in the chat when I left? Did you know?
No, I think we left like within a minute or two afterwards.
All right. I was just wrecked tired. I just was going to bed. I said I'm going to bed.
Yeah, I actually had to go as well because I don't want to again change my day-night cycle while I'm working. When I was off, it wasn't that bad, but
yeah,
you know.
Yeah. If you're staying up too late and then getting up late in the mornings and then you have to get back into work, it doesn't work. You haven't earned mine yet. Oh, Shark.
The thumbs up. You haven't earned the thumbs up yet.
Oh, Shark.
How does this come off here then?
You have to do a lot to earn Shark's thumbs up. He just doesn't give them away.
Have my skin in between. Great. Aha. I think we have something here. It's plastic.
So, what were you at today, Ralph? Were you just scrapping out all day, or?
I've actually sorted my work car, which needed to be done because I haven't done that in the whole of the time that I was off, which I actually had planned for. But because the amount of scrapping and scrapyard runs were less than I expected to do, I spent all of the time scrapping during my time off. So this afternoon I got most of my work car sorted, and I still need to have my work tablet here. I still need to register my worked hours so that I actually get paid.
Did you pick anything up interesting from work for scrapping out this week?
No, a couple of circuit boards and a couple more of these pumps, which have this in them. They're already scrapped out. You got your standard dishwasher pump thingamabob. It's not that much in copper, but it's basically just cut every bit like that, and then it all falls off. And these are quite fun because they are hexagons, and the T-shaped parts in the middle you can kind of tell here on this side. If you put like a little punch on there and you tap that out, then you're left with the hexagon shape, and also have some octagon ones, so bigger ones. Those are pretty cool. Maybe I can use these for some casting.
Yeah, I was going to say you could do molds with them.
Yeah, I'm thinking of making Park Nest's logo, because that's an octagon with just Park Nest in there. Maybe I can use that for something. I don't know. And then use this one for the stand, and then make like a thing. I don't know.
And have you everything gone to the scrapyard now, or do you still have much more to bring?
I'm collecting and sorting my brass and my copper, my number 2 copper, to take to the scrapyard. So I have 100 of these to take apart.
Okay.
100, literally 100.
Exactly 100, yeah.
Exactly, because for some reason I exactly had 100. And that's going to be quite some work. And
Oh, I hear a bleep in the basement.
I heard that too. That's weird. I never heard that before.
But I don't see them yet. They're up. Now they're up. Now their face has appeared. I don't know what let this person up. I'm just going to have a look at my likes there to make sure I've got that like off them. I let them up. They're holding M&Ms.
Okay. Hello, Shark.
Oh, that's a what? That's a mix, an M&M mix bag.
Yeah.
I've never seen mixed bags.
No.
Yeah, let's see. This has peanut M&Ms, white chocolate peanut M&Ms, and I'm sorry, dark chocolate peanut M&Ms, milk chocolate peanut M&Ms, and white chocolate peanut M&Ms.
Okay, so it's the mix of all the chocolates.
Yeah.
Now, if they only had them without the peanuts.
You're like
those.
You're like Salar. She doesn't like chocolate and peanuts mixed.
I think they're called just plain M&Ms.
Yeah. I like the plain M&Ms better than the peanut ones. I don't mind the peanuts, but if I have a choice, I take the ones that I like most, of course.
I eat any M&Ms. It doesn't matter.
Oh, by the way, I gave you the thumbs up.
Okay, that's okay. The Australian one, was it?
No, that's Brizzy Boy's job.
Yeah, true.
Brizzy was telling us last night on Raphael's stream about some of the spiders they have and the size of them. I was there, oh my God, I'm glad I don't live out in Australia.
Oh yeah, they got some nasty.
Let me look up the one that I put on screen yesterday, just for laughs. Let's see. Open the window.
You know, people give me a hard time about all the nasty critters we have in Florida, but man, just everything in Australia is trying to kill you.
Yeah.
Everything wants to kill you in Australia. Kevin Sturgis, welcome in. Good to see you, Kevin. When you see a spider that's able to kill birds, then it's time to watch out. If he's able to take birds out from the land on the ground and eat them, I don't want to be anywhere near that spider. Hold on, Ralph is going to show us.
Yeah. Okay. For anyone who's a bit squeamish about spiders, look away now.
Look at the size of that.
Now, Ralph, are you sure that's not forced perspective?
Like the hand is really far away, you mean?
Or they laid it over.
No.
And I guess the shadow looks right.
Yeah, this is called a golden orb spider, and they're not poisonous, but you can basically tell by the look on their face if they're annoyed with you.
If he winks at you, you're okay. If he doesn't wink at you, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
He's not poisonous. He's just going to strangle you to death.
Yeah, he's just going to trample you to death. Hey, David Young, welcome in. Good to see you. Yeah, David, I agree with you on that one. I don't want to be anywhere near that.
Kangaroo will eviscerate a person. Yes, kangaroos are actually, if you see the muscles sometimes they have, they will get you in a hold, and they will just basically choke you.
They're and they can rip your guts open with their claws, like they.
They'll grab your hands with their paws, and they'll stand on their tail, and they'll use their back legs to just like
rip you open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Their claws are like velociraptor claws.
Yeah, I was going to say that. So that's what velociraptors became. They became kangaroos.
Yes.
Yeah. A roo-raptor.
Brizzy reckons he has 40 of them in his garden.
A velociroo.
If I had 40 of them in my garden, Brizzy, I'd be out with one of them big blow torches, and I'd be just burning everything around the place. It'd be like scorched earth, so it would. There wouldn't be any bit of greenery left for them to live in.
I was reading an article here in local news recently. This woman was walking her dog by one of our retention ponds, and a 5-foot alligator jumped out at the dog.
Whoa.
And, you know, and this woman was all upset. And I'm thinking, 5-foot alligator, that's a baby.
You know, it's like if a 5-foot alligator jumped out of me, I'd be crying like a baby.
I'd be thinking, lunch.
Yeah, we live in Florida. You know, you ought to know better than to walk by ponds like that, okay?
And did you get the dog, or did the dog escape?
The dog escaped. And I guess animal control came around and relocated the gator.
Is that what they do? They
To
just
a
relocate
barbecue.
it to somewhere else, is it?
It depends on the size of the gator and where it's found and those kind of things, but they try to just relocate them if they can. Sometimes they'll just kill them and take them to a meat processing plant. But
And make alligator shoes out of them.
Alligator patties.
there's so much that you can do with a gator. The skin is very good. Some of the meat is very good. And then of course you need all the heads to be dried and put up in all the tourist spots.
Yeah. In all the bars, you go into a bar and there's an alligator head there for you to look at.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, Raphael, welcome in. I hope you're
Hey,
doing
Raphael.
scrapping after playing on that game all day, telling us that you'd be out scrapping in the shed, and all he's doing is playing Fortnite. That's what he's be at.
Well, he must have emptied out the shed then if he's
Playing video
got
games.
time to be playing.
Yeah, if he's got time to be playing video games and not scrapping, then he's definitely finished cleaning out his shed. It's all his scrapping must be done.
Oh, holy scrap.
I had a gator when I was in Australia. All right. I don't think I'd bother with some pets like snakes or spiders or stuff. They wouldn't be my kind of pets.
Yeah, I don't get these people that have pets that can kill them. It's like, oh, here's my pet black mamba. It's like, why would you do something like that?
Yeah, but imagine having like a pet tarantula or something, and you
Or a
come
pet
home,
velociraptor.
and you come home and you notice he's no longer in his container.
Yeah,
Like, how can
yeah.
you sleep at night knowing that's wandering around your house?
I can almost understand having certain types of tarantulas because they're not really that. Some of them are not overly venomous and
Yeah.
dangerous, but no, not going to happen.
Yeah. Come home and my snake is missing out of his container. That's all right. I'll just go to bed.
Don't worry about it.
And
It's
he
only
just decides to strangle you to death.
Yeah, that's only the third most venomous snake in the world that got out. So,
Yeah.
the other ones are still safe.
I suppose, yeah, dogs do kill people every year. A certain amount of dogs will kill people. You'll have a dog that'll maul someone to death.
Yeah,
Even cats, a cat will chew your face off if he thinks you're not looking.
I saw a video up on YouTube recently that did a really cool job. They were looking at the how many humans certain animals kill every year, and they did it by tombstones, right? So you had I was somewhat disappointed. Sharks, I think, only got 4 tombstones.
Yeah.
Because
people know that sharks are dangerous.
Yeah. But it probably doesn't surprise anybody that mosquitoes are the most dangerous.
Yeah, because you get malaria.
They kill more humans. They kill more humans than humans kill humans. So that's really going some.
Yeah, with their malaria, passing it on to you. Who did I see? Scrapman Dan come in there. Welcome in, Scrapman Dan. Good to see you, sir. Hope all is good with you.
What did you do with that, Ralph?
I broke it.
Oh man, now you own it.
I already own it, so that's good.
Yeah, there used to be a shop had a sign up in it. What was it? Nice to handle, nice to hold. If broke, consider it sold.
Yeah.
Yep, hippos are up on the list too, Cruz.
Hippos are higher up than most predators because people think, oh, hippos are cute. They have the strongest bite of just about any animal in the animal kingdom. So I got a bing. What did the bing say?
Hey,
Hello,
Ian
Ian.
Matthews,
How are
welcome
you,
back.
sir?
Ian was going off for his shower. I don't know did he have it yet or not, but he's back in chat, so he may have been finished his shower.
Oh wow.
Oh shit.
Mr. Matthews, it was nice to see you have a little spring in your step.
Yeah, I've seen that video too.
Oh God, I'm so funny. I cracked myself up.
Ha! I kill me.
Oh, this is funny.
Oh, there's actual metal. Isn't that something?
What's actually metal?
The part on the vacuum cleaner. I thought this would be plastic, but it's actual metal. Sticky to the magnet.
Oh, it's magnetic.
Yes. Yeah, I'll just toss that there. The other bucket is too far off. Yeah, even the rotating the fan part is usually plastic, but for this one it's metal. Looks aluminium though. Yeah, it is.
There you go. Nice aluminium.
Pretty good, pretty good.
Scrapman Dan is saying hi to you and to Ralph and Shark there.
Hello, Scrapman.
Scrapman Dan, Scrapman Dan. Now get off.
So Ian Matthews hasn't gone for a shower yet. He's still drinking wine. You know how he said he got food poisoning? Maybe it was alcohol poisoning you had, Ian Matthews.
Who had food poisoning?
Ian Matthews.
Well, I had food poisoning about a half a year ago. Some customer didn't clean their coffee machine.
You got a cup of coffee off them and you ended up with food poisoning.
Yeah, that's at least what I gathered.
I think Ian's got a pretty good tolerance for alcohol. I don't think it would, I mean.
Yeah.
You don't think it'll poison them, no? Hey, Granny and the Bear Scrappers, welcome in. Good to see you. So, what's the prices like at Shark for scrap at the moment? Are they still high enough? Still staying up there?
Yeah. Our steel is still up, 11.75 cents a pound. So that's cool.
Yeah, and, slightly lower than here. Yeah.
Copper and brass and wire and stuff, they're all up nice. Boards are up nice. So yeah, everything's up.
Boards is low here.
You'll be getting,
at least where I go.
Oh yeah, what'd you say? 11 something pound, is it?
11.75 a pound.
All right, so a ton you'd be getting 110. Then double it. Yeah. So when you put it into kgs, yeah, so you're getting roughly the same as what we're getting here. Oh, there's someone in the old basement there. It's Mr. Food Poisoning himself.
Oh, really? I was about to say it's either Rafael or Ian.
Look at that. All nice and clean.
Really? Okay.
So, Ian, how did you get food poisoning? Did you cook something yourself or did you buy something that was cooked wrong?
Was it roadkill?
Well, I thought it was food poisoning at first. I bought some bacon. I opened it. It didn't smell right, but I still cooked it and I still ate it. And then I do sometimes. And then I was ill, so I threw it away. And then I went to work, and the guy said, after a couple of days, whole part time. And he went, no, I said, I've been off. I've had shits. I've had throwing up. He said, "Yeah, I was like that last week." And then another lad said, "Yeah, I was the same last week."
Oh, so it was a
more
bug.
of a stomach bug, I think, than it was food poisoning.
There was a
So I
bug
was
going
gutted that I'd thrown my bacon away.
Oh yeah.
So, Ian, explain to us, what is it that you and your mates are doing at work that you're spreading bugs amongst each other?
Oh, well, I don't know about America, but over here, and even Ireland or Netherlands, over here in the UK, we have a very tight-knit working relationship. So we start in the morning, it's all group hugs. You know what I mean?
Team bonding. Crazy days, welcome in.
I work alone, so the only people I get in contact with are customers. So someone would like to give a hug or more, but they're usually married.
So listen, I've only just popped in because I'm
Where did that go?
It was an early night tonight. I've had a busy day today.
That's no problem.
Chopping trees down.
Your what?
Chopping trees down.
Your own trees
Good.
or your neighbour's trees?
My neighbour's trees.
You didn't like them anymore?
No, there was some copper nails in them, and it was like I had to get them out.
Copper nails, really?
No, I've got this agreement with my neighbour. Oh shit, I said neighbour, didn't I? I've got this agreement where I can use their shed for storage.
Oh, the secret location.
Like a secret
if
location.
I look after the garden, if I look after the garden, and I use their shed. Although, to be honest, I'm only storing it with the electronic waste. There's no use to me whatsoever. All these gold-bearing boards. Oh,
I wish I lived just near you somewhere. I would have all that stuff gone by now. And I'd have it converted into gold, and we'd have done a split on it. That's what we would have done.
I would give it to you because it's worthless to me.
It's worth something to someone. There's definitely going to be someone over there that lives near you that does this or something. It's going to be worth more than bringing it to the scrapyard.
Yeah, but the only problem is it's not local to me.
Yeah, that's the problem. I thought there was a crowd there in Manchester. Manchester's not far from you.
No, Leeds. Leeds is the closest I've seen. Near Johnny.
Yeah, I know. I was sure there was a crowd in Manchester there used to do it. Take electronic scrap. Was it AWM or something they were called?
AMR?
No, I think it was AWM.
Well, when I've got about 4 half-ton bags, I might be interested.
By then I'll have gone over and taken them.
It's only going up in price.
Yeah, gold is gold is the highest it's been in 2 years now. So it's
back to like 65.
To be quite honest, I'm thinking of buying
or
a tractor and going over to Ukraine.
And taking a tank.
Oh yeah, at least one tank.
Yeah, I see.
Back across the
Putin and the man is going meeting face to face. If I was Zelensky, I would not be going to meet him face to face because the chances of coming out of that meeting alive are pretty slim, I'd say, because they've definitely.
Well, it's not that. Putin's had it now. You know, he cast his dice, and he lost. You know, I mean, the world was in awe of Russians' potential.
Yeah.
Now he's shown his hand. They're like, oh, you've never maintained your stuff for years. You've got nothing. It's breaking down on the road. All you've got now, and you can only have so many artillery shells. You can only have so many cruise missiles, and he's not even got air superiority. Yeah,
well, when you see him asking China for help, and you're thinking Russia was one of these superpowers, but now he has to go hand in cap to China looking for stuff. So there you go.
It's a change in the world order. I mean, the whole world has come together. This guy can't sell anything to anybody.
No, well, I think he thought that it was still fractured like it was. We'd say 4 years ago, the world was kind of fractured because America was doing its own thing. It was kind of enclosed, and it was oh, we're looking after America first, and we're pulling out troops out of here, and we're cutting our NATO bases back, and we're doing this and that. And he thought, oh well, it's still the same, but he got a big surprise that England and America and Germany and France and Italy and all them countries could find a way of working together and making it work, where he thought they were all going to be individual and not come as one big unit, and they came as one unit, and everyone kicked them. Everyone gave them a kick. So they did.
I still think NATO will get involved soon. They're just waiting for Ukraine to wear down his edge, and then
Yeah, but I think he's trying his best to get NATO involved, because he's hoping that if he gets NATO involved, then he's hoping that China will get involved on his side, and that's what I think he's trying to hope for, that NATO will get involved, because if NATO don't get involved, he's in serious trouble, because then China can't really come in, because they're saying, well, you started the war, you better sort out your own mess.
I mean, Shirky, I mean, there's not much happened on the naval front. And once we supplied some shorter ship munitions, I mean, what's going to happen when he starts taking out a few ships? Ukraine, I mean.
Oh, yeah. Well, they took one out already, didn't they?
There's going to be some embarrassment there.
Yeah. But again, as I say, I don't know much about military. I can't really talk on military side of things, but it does look like he really did make a big boo-boo by the way they've gone in, because they're actually going backwards today. I see that the Ukrainians have pushed them further away from Kiev. They were, I think, 16 miles away at one stage, and now they're back to 30 or 40 miles away.
It's like you've gone back 50, 60 years,
I think his mind still lives there.
But they're gone again.
I saw a really interesting video today by Mark Felton. He's a historian. If you haven't seen his channel before, very highly recommended, Mark Felton. And he did one today on the history of Ukraine. And that poor city, I swear, ever since it was created, it's been razed, attacked, destroyed, rebuilt. Just that's a rough place to live.
But who's made us put a good point there about war crimes. But what I can see happening is that they could come to, you pull out of thing, and we'll take away these war crime things that you have to, because he won't go without. They have to kind of peacify him kind of some way as well, that he doesn't go completely with egg on his face in case he presses any buttons. So I don't know. Can they pursue that? If they come to a peace agreement, it might be part of it.
The thing about pressing that red button, and it's happened in the past when there was an exercise, a NATO exercise, or American exercise, where they thought we had actually released a nuke.
Yeah, that was in 1986?
Yeah, it's that the person who was supposed to press the button wouldn't.
Yeah, the general, he got the order and he ignored the order because he goes, I don't think.
It's the same now. I mean,
yeah.
No, if he was to say that, okay, send a 1 megaton, battlefield size nuke. Who's to say the person that actually has to press the buttons will do it?
Yeah, well, that's it. You're hoping that the person that's giving that order will be thinking, hold on a second, if I press this and I send this nuclear weapon, I've just wiped my own family out. I've wiped out my grandkids' families. Everything is gone if I do this. And they're hoping that they'll say
they know. He must know, that person, whoever, when he turns to his mate and says, 1, 2, 3, right, press, release. He knows once he's pressed that button, there's 5,000 coming back his way.
Yeah.
And he just might not do it.
It's the button of no return.
They're hoping that
and no future.
They're hoping that that's the person that isn't, and you're hoping it's not some lunatic like Putin himself that has the control over that button.
That's true.
You know, but you know what? You know, when this does all end, hopefully, and Ukraine and everything goes back, and they have to rebuild Ukraine, and everything has to be rebuilt, and that, we need to get out there and get a few tanks to scrap out. Oh, dude.
Yeah.
I want one of them tanks. Look at, he's got the Ukraine flag in the
blue pill, yellow pill.
But when it all ends, I could see scrap prices even getting higher, because it's going to be a lot of material needed to rebuild Ukraine.
Yeah, true.
You know,
I think unfortunately there's a few more red lines to cross first. I think he has gassed in Syria. He will gas in Ukraine.
Well, if he does do that, then NATO will definitely get involved, because they stood back when it happened in Syria, and they said, Obama at that time said, oh, if they use chemical weapons, we're going to put a stop to it. And then they used the chemical weapons, and then nothing happened. And they got really criticized over that. So this time, I think they have to step in if he uses chemical weapons.
Hmm.
You know?
Hey, by the way, when you guys are going to get the tanks, I'm going to come along and get the helicopters and the airplanes.
Yeah, you can fly them back.
No, I want the wrecked ones.
Sure.
How about a boat? You don't want to bring a boat back with you.
No, I want the aluminium and all the boards and stuff that are going to be in those aircraft.
Yeah, there'll be some nice. Well, he seems to be using old 80s technology, so there should be some good gold contacts in the 80s technology. You know. But I seen up on eBay, was it? Some buck had a tank, had one. The Ukrainian buck had one of the Soviet tanks for sale, 200,000 up on eBay.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Apparently, it's true, isn't it? You know,
it must have been demilitarized, because I don't think you're allowed to sell weapons on eBay.
Well, no, it was one that he took. It was one of the tanks. It was destroyed. Like it said non-working. Blah blah blah.
Oh, okay, all right.
Taken from Russian army in invasion of Ukraine, and 200,000 our nearest offer.
Well, I mean, to be honest, I mean, Zelensky played a blinder politically. You know, people are saying, "Okay, I've captured a tank. What do I do with it?" And they're saying, it's not worth scrap value. You can keep it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, and you're not going to get taxed on it if you sell it. You don't have to pay any tax on it.
That's got to be so humiliating. Saying, you know, Soviet state-of-the-art weaponry is not
from the 80s
scrap value.
But yeah, no, I can see scrap prices staying up for a good while now because of it. Even if they do come to an agreement, and that, because Ukraine has to be rebuilt. Like, you look at some of them cities, they're just pulverized, and you know, so it's going to have to be rebuilt. So that's going to mean materials, metals, copper, all that sort of stuff is going to be used. And again, Europe and America, and probably part of the agreement will be Russia will have to pay towards it, getting it redone. So it'll be a wash of money. So that will mean that the price it's not going to be like, oh, there's no money there. There's going to be billions pumped into it to rebuild it. So I can see scrap prices getting even higher down the road. Now, I could be totally wrong.
To totally change the subject, I've seen some messages knocking around tonight, and the next challenge is going to be a sunflower.
It is?
A sunflower.
Oh,
now, I might be able to do something out of e-waste with that.
That's funny.
Well, I've already got this idea now.
Why is that? Is that funny? I don't get it.
A load of spoons going, you know, a load of spoons, and then a load of teaspoons, and then a load of medicine spoons, and then something in the middle. It's already in my head.
Ralph, that was very funny to me, because about 2 weeks ago or so, there was a viral video of a Ukrainian grandma walking up to some Russian soldiers, yelling at them for attacking. And then when they told her to go away, she said, well, here, have these sunflower seeds so that when you're dead, at least something beautiful will grow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Well, it's true what Putin says there. Everyone says the Russian war, but really it is Putin's war. It was him that decided. It wasn't the Russian people that decided to want this war.
That's quite true. booze, mate.
Yeah.
You know.
The only thing that I would say is that it's Russia's war until the Russians stand up and tell Putin that they're done, and then it's Putin's war.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I
Well,
understand there's a lot of Russians that
but-
don't understand what's going on. They've been fed a bunch of bollocks on their own TV. They don't know the truth. I get all that. And I feel bad for the Russian conscripts that were led down there thinking they were going on an exercise, didn't realize that they were going to war, or they were told, oh no, everybody's going to welcome you with open arms. I get it.
Yeah.
But they're still there fighting. So when they turn around and go home.
I seen a lady, and I think she was in Sweden or Norway or somewhere, and she was Russian. And she said that she was she rang her parents and said, don't believe what you're being told on the Russian news. It's not happening. You know, it's not like what they're saying to you. It's all lies. He's doing this, he's doing that. And the parents said back to her, if you've been corrupted by the West, you might as well stay in Europe and never come back.
Oh
to
yeah,
Russia.
I told that. A Russian woman in the Netherlands, a young woman of like in her 20s,
that was it, yeah.
What was here for study, and she was in contact with her parents about the whole mess that's going on.
Yeah.
And they said, no, you're being indoctrinated by Europe and America, and this is all fake, and Ukraine are the bad ones, and blah 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 blah. And if you keep preaching this nonsense, then you're not allowed to come back. To their own daughter.
Yeah. So that shows how some of the Russian people are brainwashed completely.
Yeah.
You know, and it appeared to me that when we were seeing the social media clips of the folks that were doing some protesting in Russia, they all appear to be younger people.
Yeah.
And I think my belief on that is that the younger people, you know, they've got their cell phones and, you know, they're used to social media apps, and they're willing to recognize that there's what they're hearing on the Russian news, and then there's the truth. And I think that a lot of the older Russians, they're probably of a mindset of, well, the government's telling us the truth, so you young people don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, again, a lot of the older people will be getting their news from the state news in Russia. They won't be getting their news from YouTube or from Instagram or any of these other sort of social medias where the younger people will, and they'll be getting their information from all these other sites all over the world, where the older generation are just watching their local Russian state-ran TV.
Yeah, or the newspapers if they are still there. Yeah.
Yeah. Because again, if you had no source, only one source, and you know other source, you're going to believe that one source because that's all you have coming into you. And that's how we'd say these.
Hey, I mean, you know, it happens here in the West. We was all told that COVID was bad.
Well, it was bad.
It wasn't that good.
It wasn't that good. A lot of people did die.
Yeah, it kind of killed a lot of people. So yeah, I would call that bad.
When it came out first, it was the whatever version, the Delta version. Now it has got milder. It's morphed into a milder version, where a lot less people die and a lot less people end up sick. But that's like anything when it comes out first. The first version is more deadly, and then it does. It does. I'm just reading Hazy. Don't believe anyone. But
that's true.
But it has more, and again, the numbers are going back up again. If you notice the numbers, if you do keep track of COVID, it's still there. But it's because the war is making the news, it's pushed down the line as in the information or whatever. But if you go and look at the COVID trackers that are available from like the WHO or any of them companies that are ran by, not by your own state, but ran for the whole world, every country's numbers are going up at the moment.
Oh, Ralph, be careful.
What?
Be careful.
Well, with this thing.
Yes.
I can basically grab this and stop it in my hand. It won't do anything.
Go on,
that's how weak it is.
Go on then. It wasn't running.
It was. Didn't you hear it go buzzing? Shall I do it again? Can you hear it?
Yes.
No. Yes.
Yeah. Right. See, light is on there.
Hold on.
Hey,
I want
Parky.
you to chop your fingers off fully.
It is spinning. Light is on. Nothing.
Well,
That's how weak. And it's on the highest setting.
What use is that? Hiya, Park Nest.
Hey, Scrapper Dave, welcome in.
It's a piece of crap that a friend of mine got me at some point. It probably says made in China on there somewhere.
So he's no longer your friend for getting you a piece of crap.
No. I have an original Dremel. It came with a bazillion extra pieces, so I can use those for my Dremel. But this I basically just use to like scratch at metals, so that I don't have to like get a file and do it manually. Just go to and
Well, I done a exact opposite of what Ian Matthews would do. The other day, I was looking for my Dremel, my battery-powered Dremel. Could not find it anywhere. I said, I know it's in the house somewhere. And I said, what will I do? You know what I'll do? I said, there's one on offer for 29 quid. I'm just going to buy it. Where Ian Matthews would have tore the house apart to find it. I just went and bought another one for 29 quid. One that
you found it day after you bought it.
Not the battery-powered one, just the corded one. And I said, no,
I'd have spent 4 hours searching the entire.
No, I couldn't be arsed. I just said I'm going down. I'm buying the one for 29 quid that's on offer, and it'll do for what I need to do. And I'll find the battery one eventually at some stage. Yeah. I'll find it someday when I'm tearing something out.
This thing is USB powered, 5 volts, 2 amps.
You're joking.
5 to 15,000 RPM. It says
USB
RPM
powered.
Yeah, you're USB powered, yeah.
With 0.0001 foot-pound torque.
Yeah, so no wonder he could stop it with his hand. If that was a plug-in one, he wouldn't stop it with his hand.
No.
Ralph,
I bet it worked great for grinding out the gold from IC chips.
Stop it with your tongue.
No.
You know, Irish, when you were saying you did exactly the opposite of Ian there for a minute, I thought you were going to say that you handed a knife to someone else and said, hey, go cut yourself.
It says 30 watts. So,
well, I mean, like when Ian's looking for something and he knows it's in the shed and he knows it's piled behind a load of stuff and it might only be £1 to buy a new version of it, he'll still tear out the shed and find that cable or that lead or that whatever it is instead of paying the £1.
That's so true.
I don't know how many times I've watched him tear out the shed and the oak is, I think he was looking for a USB lead in one video and he goes, oh, I know I have one here, and I was thinking you can buy one of them for less than £1, and he tore his shed apart for less than £1.
Well, I've stopped buying cheap USB cables because they have wrecked the contact on my phone, and I now have to place my phone at a specific angle with the cable to make sure that the cable is hanging one side so that gravity holds it that way so that it keeps charging. And if God forbid I get a message while it's charging and it vibrates, it probably loses the connection and stops charging.
Hold on a second now. I thought that before with one of my phones, and I brought it to the phone repair shop, and he looked into it. He goes, oh yeah, I see your problem. He said, there's a rake of dirt has got in underneath there, and he got a needle, and he just cleaned out around the connector, cleaned out a rake of fluff and everything from when you put it in your pocket, fluff and stuff goes into it, and now it works perfect again.
There's nothing like getting
exactly the same.
There's nothing like getting.
That's not the deal here.
There's nothing like getting fluff in your hole.
So I have hey Ralph.
Turn your phone off first.
Yeah, turn your phone off first so you don't short it out.
I have a similar problem with when I charge mine, but I think it might have something to do with the cable.
It could be the cable, by the looks of it.
I think it's your cable.
Yeah, I think your cable's past its best.
Everyday Solars, sorry, I highlighted you when you come in. I meant to get in afterwards, so hello, Everyday Solars.
Right, anyway, listen, gents, I'm going to have to love you and leave you.
No problem.
I've got a date with some Vikings.
Oh, you're watching what's it called?
Valhalla, yes.
Valhalla, that's it. Yeah, I haven't started watching it yet. Is it worth the watch?
Well, most of them are dying.
Did you watch the original Vikings that was on
No,
before? No.
no.
Oh. You have to watch the original and then go on to Valhalla. I think,
Yeah,
is
but
it?
the reason I started watching Valhalla is because it said it was set 100 years after the end
Yeah.
of the Vikings. I thought, okay, there can't be any of the original cast in this,
Yeah, they're all dead.
right? So, yeah, so, and it was, I bet they didn't die of old age either, did they?
No. They died by having their guts torn out of them.
But the old pillage, rape and pillage.
Yeah, so they're just having a little, yeah, Edmund, I'm going to cut your head off chat at the moment. But there you go. I mean, let's go back, 1,000 years. We was invaded by everybody. The Romans, the Germans, the Vikings, the Norways, the Swedens, even Greenlanders.
Yeah. They were everywhere.
And the Irish always stayed neutral.
No, we had the Vikings here too. We had ye English for a while. We had to fight ye out as well. We had to get rid of ye as well for a while. But I think our neutrality is coming to an end as well. I think most people here in Ireland now have said that neutrality kind of has to end, because the way when you have dictators, it doesn't matter if you're neutral or not neutral. If they decide they want to go and attack you, it doesn't matter that you've never been involved in a war with them before. Because like that time, I think what frightened people was when he put the Russian ships off the Irish coast for a while. I know they didn't come as far up as they were, but it just showed if he wanted to do it, he could do it. So I think a lot of people in Ireland now, if there was a vote tomorrow morning to join NATO, they'd join NATO straight away. Yeah,
it's a good point that being neutral doesn't guarantee anything anymore.
No, when you look at Sweden now, even Sweden, it used to be 60% wanted nothing to do with NATO, 23% were undecided, and the rest wanted to be part of NATO. Now it's the exact opposite. Like 60-something% want to join NATO now.
Sweden's a strange thing because it's always been surrounded by mountains. There's only one way to attack it. Mm-hmm. However, cruise missiles just fly over mountains.
Yeah.
So the world's moved on a little.
Yeah.
So they can have all the tunnels mined, can have as many mountains as they like, but 10,000 cruise missiles and there's nothing left to.
Well, again, I think what us here in Ireland, what people were looking at is, if a war did break out in Europe and we're neutral, do you think Russia is not going to come through Ireland to try and get to England or try and get to France or whatever? They're going to use Ireland as a staging point if they needed to. So then it doesn't matter if you say, "Oh, sorry, lads, we're neutral." They go, "Oh yeah, that's okay. We're still coming in. Doesn't matter."
There's a saying: pacifists are the enemy's foot soldiers.
Yeah, so that's why a lot of people, I think, would vote tomorrow morning in Ireland to be part of NATO, because at least then you have the comfort of knowing that if you're attacked, you have all of NATO backing you up as well.
I don't know, Scrapping Irish. I think all that your government would have had to do was say to Putin, "Hey, don't make us send the fishermen over there."
Of course.
Don't make us send them fishermen over. Well, they got them to move. I don't know how they done it. I don't know how they managed to convince the Russian Navy to move out of the area by putting a rake of fishing boats down towards them. But it worked. But anyhow, we'll see what happens as the weeks go on. I was listening today, they're saying, another commentator was saying there, I was watching YouTube videos and I was talking to some guy in I think it was not in Sweden, he might have been in Belgium or somewhere, and he was saying this could go on for 10 years, this war.
No.
Yeah, that's what he was coming up with, that it could go on for 10 years.
I don't think the funding will reach that far.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll last. And the Russian economy will be gone before then.
No, I think he's running out of munitions and money. He's gonna use something a bit more nasty. He's gonna gas them, or even and then that's it. It's
release a deadly virus upon the world.
Called COVID.
Anyway, okay. Good night, gents. Enjoy your stream, and I'll see you about.
Good night,
Take it
Ian.
easy.
Great to see
About
you again,
what?
sir.
Later, Ian.
Good night.
All right. Well, I'm almost getting ready to release my sharks with lasers on their heads.
Sharks
holding
with
those things
freaking
back.
laser beams.
Yeah, you know that shark adoption thing? It's not really an adoption thing. He's getting them fitted with lasers.
But apparently my cycloptic colleague thinks that can't be done. What was it again?
What was that?
It's from the Austin Powers movie.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's a long time since I watched the Austin Powers movies.
Fire the lasers.
Laser.
But,
Do you like it, baby? Hi.
oh, by the way, welcome in, Park Nest. I didn't say hi to you when you came in.
No worries.
It's Park Nest here. Hello, Parky.
You're just noticed. That's all right.
I seen Park Nest was up on Lee's chat earlier. I was just,
Yeah.
I had a plane in the background, and I was doing other stuff, but I had it on, so I seen Park Nest up there. So I thinking Parky's around anyhow. He's doing the rounds tonight.
Yeah, I'm always on Lee's and brother Lee's. You know,
I was watching the Liverpool game, and I had it on the phone. I was kept, I just
the lady's a Liverpool supporter.
who?
Jackie.
Oh,
She's
Jackie,
a-
yeah. So
Jackie
Liverpool
Gunn.
into the FA Cup semi-final.
What game was that? Badminton?
Badminton.
The one
You
play with the
you wouldn't know about
the
these sports we play
association
over here.
game.
We call it football. You call it soccer because you had
Well,
to.
the proper name for it is association football.
Yeah, like
That's what
like
AFC stands for.
why do you call American football when you throw it most of the time? It's
I have
played
no
with your foot,
idea.
most
It's
of you-
actually a variation of rugby.
Yeah, but it's not a kicking sport really. You do kick at the odd time, but it's mainly throwing the ball, and they call it
Yeah.
football. Why don't they just call it handball?
Handball was already taken.
Well, that's why there's an actual game called handball.
There is, yeah.
We call it American. We call it American football.
Yeah, I think we're starting to call it American football too, because so many Americans are watching European soccer.
Yeah, it's called European football.
European football, yeah.
Never mind your soccer. How dare
It's
you
like
call
that.
it-
It's like that show. It's like that show, The Office. Whenever people in America hear that there's a UK version of The Office, which is actually the original. So, oh, they also have a UK version of The Office. No, The Office in America is the American version of the original. That's another thing.
My Victorious Life, I love gold as well, in case you haven't guessed. He just goes, I love gold, the colour of it. I said, I love gold as well.
The taste of it, the texture.
So it was funny when I was in high school. I used to play soccer, your type of
I
soccer,
lost my genitalia in an unfortunate smelting accident. What?
and every high school was trying their hardest to get exchange students, into the soccer team, because what they would do is they would get European exchange students, Brazilian exchange students, kids that have been playing soccer all their lives.
Playing football all their lives, yeah.
And so you'd end up with you'd go out you play soccer, and it's like two kids are actually dominating the entire ball play because the rest of us don't have any idea what the hell we're doing.
Yeah, pass it. Your coach is saying, pass it to them. Pass it to them.
Yeah.
It's like the Prince of Bel-Air with basketball. Pass it to Will.
Yeah, pass it to Will. Yeah, if you've been playing it all your life, it's easy. Where when you haven't been playing it all your life, it's like it's just like, oh, what's this about? I don't know what happened to my Mercurius life if he's lost his genitalia in a smelting accident.
Too much information.
That brings a new meaning to golden balls.
I've seen Austin Powers Gold one too many
I know,
times.
golden balls, isn't that David Beckham's nickname?
Yeah, that was David Beckham's nickname. Yeah, golden balls.
There's also a game show called is it Golden Balls. I think it is.
It's the Golden Girls, I think you mean.
No, there was a game show called Golden Balls.
There was a TV show called The Golden Girls, but it was an entirely different thing.
Yeah. But this featured a certain Brummie comedian, Jasper Carrot.
Oh yeah, Jasper.
Yep.
He doesn't. Is he still around? Is he?
Yeah.
But he doesn't do any TV shows anymore. He used to be always on the TV.
I think what he's doing at the moment. He's still very much alive. Actually, he had his birthday 6 days ago. He turned 77.
Do you know who I seen on an ad the other day, and I hadn't seen her in ages? Was what's her Debbie McGee?
Oh, that's who is it?
Does not ring a bell.
Wife, Paul Daniels' wife.
Paul Daniels' wife, the magician's wife.
Late Paul Daniels' wife.
Yeah. She
Also
doing
does
an
not
ad
ring a bell.
She was doing an ad for paying for your funerals up front.
Yeah, I did Golden Boys balls. Yeah. Well, that was quite some time ago.
Yeah, Paul Daniels. Now I'll call my beautiful host or beautiful assistant Debbie McGee up on stage, and it was his wife.
Hello, ewaste Mike.
Hey, ewaste Mike. Good to see you, sir. Hope
Where?
you're feeling good.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, you waste, Mike.
You were all like 2 seconds ahead of me. I only the notification later.
The StreamYard chat's was in front of a tube of you.
Oh, I don't have the StreamYard chat open. That's probably why.
Yeah, you're using the YouTube chat.
Yeah, well, I can open it as well, just so that I have both of them open. I need to extend this a bit.
Hey, look at this e-waste, Mike. I'm cutting off tiny little bits off here which have gold on them. Tiny little bits.
Tiny little bits that you can't see.
You can't even see that that's small, and I'm cutting them off.
Tiny little bits. This is probably too big. Yes.
And you were saying Mike was saying that he had blood clots. He said last night or whatever, and his legs getting them sorted out and stuff. So I knew he probably wasn't feeling good. So I said, "What will make e-waste Mike feel better? Micro scrapping."
Yes.
There you go.
So just for you, e-waste Mike, I wouldn't do it any other night, but just in case you were watching, I said I'd do some micro scrapping.
Go find some tiny little toroids and unwind the copper.
Oh yeah.
I'm doing worse things. Sometimes I get contacts on circuit boards or in devices, and they have like this little blob of tin at the contact point, which is way too big of a. I have 2 black spots on my fingers. I napped my. It was a pliers accident.
Oh,
But these tiny little blobs of tin I even collect. Here's a better example: a back of a circuit board that has a lot of tin on it, and I'm collecting these.
The solder.
Yeah, the solder, which is basically tin in most cases. If it's just random solder that you find everywhere, there can be lead in there and other stuff. So it's not very pure. But I'm going to see what I can reclaim from all of that.
I use tin for making stannous chloride, which you use to test gold. And to test for gold solution, I have to buy it. And it's not cheap to buy tin, pure tin, like 99.8 or 99.9, whatever it is, you buy it up. And it's actually expensive enough to get it. And most of it, I can't seem to get it anywhere local to pure tin. So I have to order it online, and it usually has to come from America. So then I have to pay duty on it when it comes in. I can't seem to buy it from England or Europe.
You mean they didn't pay the duty beforehand so that they could make the money twice?
Well, they may have.
Or is that just on
I still can't believe you got.
You'll be paying VAT on top of that, most likely.
Say again?
You'll be paying VAT on top of it all, won't you?
VAT and stuff like that. What are you looking at there?
Where is it? Where is it?
There's
the big blob of tin on. If the thing will focus here somewhere, there you go. Here's the big blob of tin on a connection point. They put way too much tin on there, so I'm taking this off. Yeah, so I'm taking that off and just collecting that and see if I can reclaim the tin on.
Ralph, that reminds me of when I was a young naval officer and the ship went into the shipyards. One of the jobs that I had was to QC welds, because some of the yard workers, the shipyard had decided that they were going to, part of the compensation plan or the way to track the welders was how many welding rods they took from storage and how many they brought back. And so the welders, of course, they said, oh, well, we can fix this. And they're just like, put 3 of them down in a crack and then weld the crack.
Wow. Yeah, we solved that problem.
And of course, we didn't care about the compensation issue. We just didn't want the ship to fall apart while we were at sea.
Yes. That makes a lot of sense.
Doing okay, Shark Scrapper. Have to go in tomorrow to have my right leg checked. Pain is crazy. Oh,
bummer, man.
Oh, sorry to hear that, Mike. As much as we joke around and take the mickey out of each other, we do hope that you get sorted quick and relieve that pain and you're back to full fitness soon.
Yeah, so, the pain is what tires you out the most.
Yeah.
Mike, a hypodermic needle and some Drano should take care of that.
The worst thing about pain is if it's really bad and you can't sleep, then it really affects you because you lack of sleep as well, and you're cranky, and your body can't do without sleep. Your body needs sleep. If you're not getting enough sleep, your body really does suffer. So
the worst part about pain is it hurts.
Yeah. Well, I remember trapping a nerve in my back one time, and I couldn't sleep during the night because if I moved at all, it hit the nerve again. So for the whole night, I just had to stay in the one position, and if I started to nod off at all, my neck would twist and it'd shoot the pain back down through my back again. And I remember going to the doctor the next day. I couldn't even put my shoes on properly. I had to leave them open. I had to walk to the doctor because I couldn't get into the car. So it took me about an hour to get to the doctor, which was only a 2-minute drive for me. And he gave me Valium then, and I was so happy that evening, just smiling away.
We should be able to sleep.
I was well able to sleep once I got the Valium. It took away all the pain, relaxed the muscles. So that
do you remember a film called Spaceballs?
No.
Prince Valium.
Mel Brooks, that's it, Prince Valium, that's the one, Ralph.
Yeah.
Prince Valium.
Yeah, well, I was dribbling. Yeah. I was dribbling on myself. The Valium was that good.
Who played that? Bill Pullman or no?
Not even Lone Star. John Candy with Bath. Mel Brooks.
He was like Julie put down.
Who else were on it? Rick Moranis who a Dark Helmet.
Rick Moranis.
Yeah,
I preferred you in Spaceballs. There's a funny video, Epic Rap Battles of History, where Darth Vader versus Adolf Hitler do a rap battle. And then Hitler at some point says to Darth Vader, I preferred you in Spaceballs, the Rick Moranis version. Yeah.
You mentioned Hitler, and I was thinking of a film which had Hitler in it. They were third Indiana Jones film.
Oh yeah, they had the
notebook, and he ends up meeting Adolf Hitler. He ends up
it gets an autograph. Yeah.
It's autograph. Played Adolf Hitler. You might have heard of him. An actor called Michael Sheard. He was actually in The Empire Strikes Back, but he was best known for playing a teacher in Grange Hill.
Well, Grange Hill
doesn't ring a bell.
Grange Hill was the TV series on.
Yes, that's it.
It used to be on at around 4 o'clock in the evening when you come home from school.
That's the one.
Watch Grange Hill.
Yeah.
I think I might have seen some of it now that you mention it.
A few famous people came out of Grange Hill, didn't they? And went on to do
it. Todd Carter.
So famous, I can't remember them now.
Yeah, Todd Carter.
Yeah, they're really famous. I can't remember who they were.
Someone in the chat, tell us all the famous people that was in Grange Hill if you know it.
I mean, come on. At least when an American actor becomes famous, they can go over to Germany and continue their fame.
Yeah.
I'll say, but yeah.
The
Oh, like
half.
Mr.
I presume we're not about the half here, are we?
David Hasselhoff, yeah.
Can't speak fluent German.
Because Knight Rider and Baywatch were really popular in Germany.
Yeah.
Especially Knight
popular
Rider.
everywhere.
Did he do the German dubbing? Did he actually do his lines in German?
But sure,
That might have been.
Do you remember he
I don't know.
sells a rake of albums in Germany. He does a lot of
Yeah.
sells away music. They love his music in Germany for some reason.
that's. Yeah, I'm not going to go there.
His name sounds German.
Exactly, yeah. Hasselhoff.
He's 69. He's about the same age as old Vlad.
Nice.
Yeah, but Bruce Willis is what, 70 today, is it?
Is he really?
Yeah, is it today? Is he 70? Is it? I think he's 70 today, Bruce Willis.
Wow.
Check him out there, Partners. Your job now to check out what age Bruce Willis
Oh,
is.
I'm on Wikipedia. Brucey boy.
Parkins is the designated fact checker
67
or
yesterday.
maker-upper.
Oh,
He turned
what age is he?
67 yesterday.
Oh, 67. Oh, I thought he was 70.
Not quite.
Well-
He was born in Germany with Brucey boy.
Oh,
You know, but
okay.
all these actors you grew up watching, like you realize you're getting older yourself because you see their ages and you go, oh my God, is he
Yeah.
that age now?
Well, I remember Macaulay Culkin, who was the little kid in Home Alone,
Yeah.
at some point posting on the internet, "I turned 40 today. Do you feel old too?"
Yeah, there's all these child actors and actresses. Drew Barrymore.
Yeah.
Drew Barrymore.
I don't care who she drew.
I was going to say there's another Barrymore that Partners
Yeah,
knows.
Michael Barrymore.
Yeah.
Who's
I
that?
actually
His
seen-
brother?
I seen-
Her brother?
It was a UK TV presenter.
Yeah, but
Oh,
he had
okay.
he had a bit of a
Somebody-
someone died
he
in
had
a swimming pool.
Yeah, he had a party at his gaff, and somebody died at the swimming pool.
Oh, dang, that's not.
Yeah, but there's a long story to it.
Yeah, well, it did harm his reputation.
Yes.
I
What's
would
it?
assume so. Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, Bob, what's up?
Somebody
Hey,
dies in
Gil,
no watch.
welcome in, Mr.
Yes,
Gil.
Skills. What are you
Man
working on,
with the
Mr. Gil
skills.
Skills? No one's allowed in here unless they're doing some scrapping. I am micro scrapping. Look at that little. Oh, it's
I'm
gone.
not. I'm
There it
not
is.
really a
Look
scrapper.
at that little tiny little bit of gold in there.
We
It's so
make an
tiny we
exception
can't
for
even
new
see
park
it.
for you, Park Nest.
Well, actually, I did a microwave challenge, so I suppose
Yeah, you're
I'm classed as a
you're-
scrapper.
That's
an
your rite
honorary
of
scrapper.
passage.
I posted the quickest careful time.
And I
It's
paid
basically the
duty.
second slowest time.
Yeah, mine was the slowest. I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
Jack brings in he's allowed in as long as
I was just basically
Yeah.
going.
Well, I did actually use power tools, but I just carefully dismantled it around it, cutting wires left, right, and centre.
Yeah.
I took apart 2 microwaves today. Actually, they were in my e-waste pickup. When I got to the very bottom of the e-waste pickup stuff, and there was 2 microwaves in it as well. I said, "Oh, win-win, Transformers."
Yeah, exactly.
Were they nice and clean like that one that I did a video of a couple weeks ago?
Oh, they were manky now. In all fairness.
I wonder. Place your bets.
What
Chinesium.
is it? Chinesium or copper? Which is
Yeah,
it?
place your bets. I don't know. I'm
I'm
going to see.
I'm going. What did it come out of first?
It was in this or part of this whatchamacallit, Dustbuster.
Chinesium.
The brand name is
Black and Decker.
no.
That's not a Black and Decker one.
Is the one I showed yesterday, Paranello.
Oh,
Super
it's a
Chinesium.
sounding one.
Definitely Chinesium.
Yeah.
Super
still-
Chinesium.
It's
Oh,
it's
that's
also not very heavy, so probably
Definitely Chinesium.
it is not. It is very rigid, so you never know. Let's see here. I'll get my little knockoff Dremel going.
Oh, Gil Skills reckons copper. Gil Skills is Scrapper David saying Chinesium. Don't tell us yet. We'll see who else is going to come in. Anyone else want to put in copper or Chinesium? Just put in
Oh,
copper
this
or
is
China.
pretty
whichever you want.
clear to see, I think.
Okay, there's no one else has entered, have they? So.
Drum roll.
Oh, China.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, it's Chinese.
Chinesium.
Yeah. Super
Very,
Chinese.
very clearly silver colored. Yeah.
Scrapman
Yeah.
Dan said eggs.
That's a thought on top chat, not live chat. There we go.
You know, Ralph, that would even just be zinc wire, not even Chinesium wire.
I don't think they make wire out of zinc.
I don't think it conducts that well.
But you know, most scrapyards, if you throw that in just as it is, they'll just give you the same price. Doesn't matter if it's Chinesium or copper.
Yeah,
Don't
true.
look at it.
Oh, my yard will check. Yeah. Well, they don't check anymore because they know that I'm checking them because they'll buy those as breakage. But if it's somebody that they don't know at the yard, or if it's somebody that they know is always trying to get away with stuff, they'll check the wires to see if they're copper or aluminum.
Yeah.
Well, over here, you see, they don't give you as good prices anyhow because, again, aluminium is most of the copper here will be priced low enough, and most of the aluminium is just, as I said, it's only one price of aluminium, and they don't bother. They're paying you so little, they just take it, and they're making money either way.
Yeah.
I hope all is well, Scrapper Dave. Yeah, it's good to see Scrapper Dave. I'm glad that Scrapper Dave is back on the scene. Now we had a bleep in the basement.
Ooh.
Skill skills. Skill skills. Can't say
How do you
Battle.
do it, Ralph? Every time, like, how do you know who's down there? Do you have a secret camera in the basement or something?
I have something. I have a condition. It's called temporal. What was it? Temporal displacement.
He was wondering where the smell was coming from, and yeah, I have a certain kind of scent. I don't know.
You have aroma, a certain
The
aroma,
aroma.
How y'all
the
doing?
aroma of scrap.
Oh, good.
We're scrapping.
Doing
Good
good,
to see
sir.
you, Bob.
It's good to see everybody.
What have you been scrapping out this week?
I have not had a chance to scrap out much, to be honest with you. I had a lot going on this week.
Yeah, well, I seen a few of your Facebook posts up there. You were
Yeah.
Was that a basketball game or what game were you at?
No, we went to see Jeff Dunham.
Oh, I thought it was I knew you were in a stadium. I said, I wonder, is he at a basketball game or is
Yeah.
it what game is it?
I remember
Yep.
you telling about that.
Yeah, that was a blast, and I posted my motorcycle for sale and sold that yesterday, and the guy came and picked it up this morning.
Oh, congrats.
Kind of an end of an era there. Putting that toward the truck that I want to help me scrap more.
Yeah,
So the
mixed
scrap
feelings
movie
about that, I guess.
So yeah,
Still here about
Yeah.
time.
Did you do okay with your motorcycle? Did you get what you were looking for?
That's all right.
Yeah.
No problem.
yeah, I did pretty well. I wanted 75. The guy offered me 7, so I took it.
Okay.
Oh, that's not bad. Yeah.
It's a good price for a 2011 Heritage Softail Classic.
I don't know what one of them is. So I'm not into bikes,
Not
so
blue.
I wouldn't have a clue.
Scrapping and having a great time. Hope you sure is, Scrapper Dave. Life is good.
I
Yeah.
will work on bikes, but I don't think I'd choose to own one.
Yeah, I think I was going to say there about Scrapper Dave. I was just on about there. He's back on the scene. He kind of had, and he said it himself, he'd gone into YouTube for the wrong reasons at the beginning. It was all about getting the videos out and trying to make sure this was done and trying to become big on YouTube. And this
Yeah,
is
it can burn you out.
it's kind of a niche. Scrapping is niche, and there's only certain channels will ever get really big. And when I say really big, that's like e-waste bin or moose scrapper sort of sizes.
Are you
And
talking 10,000 plus?
yeah. And again, if you're trying to get to that level nowadays, they started off way ahead of us when there wasn't as much competition or as much people doing scrapping. So it would have been a bit easier to build up your subscribers than it is now. And if you're looking at their numbers going up and yours aren't, it gets frustrating. But Dave took a break from it and he's back and he's enjoying it more, I think, than ever. So
Well, I've used the analogy in the past that, thinking you're going to make it big on YouTube and make a living and all that is about the equivalent of buying Powerball tickets every week and thinking you're going to win it big with that. It's not going to, it's pretty much not going to happen. The odds are stacked against you.
Yeah. I just like doing my videos. I like having my chats and that's it.
Shark.
What's the shark's name?
That doesn't mean that you can't try. I mean, you never know.
Shark's got the Powerball.
That's good, Scrapper. Dave, seriously, I'm glad you're back, man. I really am.
What am I doing?
So if anyone hasn't got Scrapper Dave, check out his channel, guys.
I'll vouch for that. Great Scrapper.
Dave
Great
has
person.
the coolest icon. That is, and that's actually a component on a board. If y'all didn't recognize it.
What? Where? Why? When? How?
Look at Scrapper Dave's icon.
It's Scrapper Dave.
Oh yeah, the smiley face with the
Red eyes.
Yeah.
I'll highlight it there so you can see it there.
Yes.
Oh yeah, it's one of those green blob thingamajiggers.
Thingamajiggers.
Okay, Raphael. Green
Is
blob.
that the technical word for them?
It could have been a better. I think he's got a perfect avatar. I told him this before. It's a perfect avatar for scrapping and doing e-waste recycling and stuff.
That will fit well in Scrap Faces, or what was that the Facebook group?
Yeah, see,
Micro Scrap Faces.
This new Scrapping has got to 500 subscribers. Well done, sir.
I saw there was a giveaway. Yeah.
So that's again, just set yourself small little goals, and it's always nice when you get there. Some people get there quicker than other people, but you'll get there if you keep putting up your content and keep hanging around with other scrappers and keep talking to people about scrap and stuff like that. Your channel will grow slow. As I say, mine, I'm only gone over 3,000 or something, but I'm at it 3 or 4 years now, and I'm happy enough with it. And in like Shark there, Shark is up on, what are you up on now, Shark?
For subs?
Yeah.
5,600 something.
And he's only at it for 2.5 years or 3 years, whatever it is. So as I said, some channels will grow quicker than other channels, and it's just the way it is. But
it's also the work you put in.
Yeah,
set reasonable goals for your life circumstance. You know what I mean? You can only do so much. You could be a single person and have all the time in the world. You could be a parent with 3 kids that takes up most of your time, and you can only do it, an hour or 2 every week. So you got to think about that stuff.
Yeah, again, if you're full-time working, that will take up time. Where if you're a full-time scrapper, you can be filming stuff while you're working. If scrap is your work, you can be doing your content and your work at the same time. Where if you're working for the man,
a lot of people get burnt out because they compare themselves to scrappers like Shark Scrapper and Scrap and Pallet Man and the like, but they don't realize that they're doing that full time. When they have a full-time job and maybe a part-time job on the side, and then they're doing scrapping part-time and wondering why they're not getting the same results. Some people don't really put the pieces together like that, and they get burnt out.
It takes a lot of, as Shark can tell you have to look at your analytics. I don't look at my analytics at all, or as Ralph would call them, your analytics.
What? I never said that. You just misheard me. It's my dialect, my accent.
But you have to look. If you
make it any less funny.
You have to look at that, and you have to look at what your subscribers are watching and when they start to lose interest on your videos and stuff like that. And then you can change your content to suit it. But I don't look at that, and I just don't have the time because, as I say, I work full time. I have to do my scrapping as my hobby, and my YouTube is kind of a hobby as well. And I don't take it as serious and looking at that kind of side of things. But if I was trying to grow my channel, I would be looking at that. But Shark can tell you more about looking at that.
Stop coughing so loud. It's like an explosion in my ears.
As a fellow headphone user, I know where you're coming from, Ralph. It's just the mic.
It's
Ralph,
one of your coughs is like 5 times louder than the rest of the panel. Anywho,
just put on a fan, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Britney Boy done his first test live last night. Doing my first test live last night. I hope to learn more and all you awesome. That's brilliant that you're doing lives. Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, very cool, Brizzy.
Yeah, well done, sir. Welcome
So,
to
yeah, I was-
live streams.
Like two years ago, I was way ahead of Scrapping Iris in subscribers. I think you were at like 300 somewhat, and I was already over 1,000. And I was like, he's not going anywhere. not really. No. I don't care about that. But I've met.
Bye.
Anywho, I've met people that were into metal casting or scrapping or anything else on YouTube that had way less subscribers than me, less than half. And within a year, they had twice as much because I'm lazy. So I now am at about 1,900 subscribers. Chances are that, who was it that reached 500? CU Scrapping? Chances are that within a year, you've surpassed me if you keep on working on it. Because I'm just lazy. I put out a video every 3 months.
Yeah, it helps if you do put out videos more regularly.
It does, yes.
Yeah, it does. It really does.
Help.
And this hanging out on panels is also fun, but doesn't get me anywhere.
Yeah. But
that's not why I do it.
I notice if you've gone away from YouTube for a while, you lose subscribers and then that. But if you're putting out a video, even if it's one a month or one every 2 months, as long as you have a regular upload sort of thing, you will grow gradually bit by bit. But if you're not putting anything out, it takes a lot longer to grow your channel.
And Ralph, as far as live streaming goes, like in niches like such as ours, it does give your channel a degree of notoriety. So I mean, it complements uploading your videos. You know what I mean? New scrappers may come into Scrapping Irish and see your channel and go, "Oh, cool, another channel to watch."
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
Usually when I go on panels of other people, they lose subscribers.
See what's happening down hopefully there.
I don't think that has anything to do with you.
Yes, Ralph, I'm still waiting on your half of the deal on ingot exchange. Yes, I was supposed to make something, I think. I've promised so many people to make so many things. I mean, I've made something for Big Red Bullion. I made something for Gill Skills. The snail for Ian Matthews is still on its way. I mean, that's
your patience will be rewarded. Trust me, he puts a lot of heart and effort into what he makes.
And I promised Gemma something. I promised Nero Trigger something. There's a lot of people. Then there was.
You really need to keep track of all this. Write it all down.
Yes, exactly.
And that's how I keep track of my content.
So, Ralph, did you get that? Is that the Ian Matthews approach to deal making?
Yes.
Yes, how I keep track of all my content.
What's that?
Just write down all videos in order to record them. Yeah. So if you can't read that, that's.
Jeez, that's like my whole playlist.
Hold on, let me go again. There we go.
Wow.
So I keep track of all my content.
Well, as I was saying earlier to Pooh's mate, like she asked me about video or how to get something out, and I said, I'll do a video at some stage on that, and I've done the video on it. And the only problem because I put my videos out every 2 weeks, and at the moment I have videos done in advance, so I have videos now uploaded and scheduled on YouTube up until June. So I said to Pooh's mate, even though I've finished that video and done it, it'll be probably June before she sees it because there's a line of videos ahead of them every 2 weeks for the next 2 weeks up until June. And tomorrow I hope to get 2 more videos done. So that would probably push me into July. So at the moment I'll have videos up on YouTube enough done to keep me going till July. So if I decided to take a break from YouTube, the videos will come out every 2 weeks automatically. So it's handy that way.
You can reorder them, Irish, so that you could move.
Hey, what did I tell you a minute ago? I just
on the list.
I just go as quick. As soon as it's done, bang! It's up there on YouTube. I don't look at it again. That's it. It's done and dusted. Unless someone puts a comment and I have to go back and answer the comment, I don't even look at it again.
I can't do that. I cannot do that. I'm like a kid in a candy store constantly looking at those analytics after I
No,
post.
I never look at the analytics.
Me too.
Again, I'm afraid. I should be looking at it. I should be doing more and looking at how far people look into your videos and when you begin to lose off and when people put it fast forward or whatever. But I don't bother because it's YouTube is just a bit of fun for me, and that's it. Because at the end of the day, I still have to get up at 6:30 in the morning and go to work because YouTube isn't giving me enough money not to do that. So until YouTube starts giving me enough money to not get up at 6:30 in the morning, I ain't going to worry about it.
And I have a hard time believing that's ever going to happen in this niche. You know, because I think even the folks that have 100,000, 200,000 subs, they can't be making that much in ad revenue that they can just kick back.
When you look at Moose Scrapper, like if Moose Scrapper was making money enough to survive on YouTube, he wouldn't be giving up YouTube, would he?
No.
No.
He's at 60K or so?
Yeah.
He's about 65,000. And he did tell me how much he was making at one point. And yeah, it's definitely not enough to live on.
Yeah. So
I think you need a couple of million of subscribers to get like 1 million views on a video within like a month-ish. Yeah. And if you get 1 million views on a video, you might get $1,000 for it. Yeah. If you put up one video a month, that's 1,000 a month if you're lucky. If you put up 2 videos a month, it's 2,000 a month, which is something that you can kind of live on, at least over here. So you have to basically put up a video every week and get 1 million views on each video or close to it to get around and have a decent living. But then,
that's why you see
then YouTube is a job, and then it becomes no longer fun, I think.
No, but you see some people who are, we'd say, maybe getting 500,000 or 100 or 200,000 views on their videos. That's why they might put out 5 videos in a week, because that gets them their 1 million views in the week, but it's over 5 videos. You know.
It also depends on the content, because sometimes the content is just crap. And some channels, they grow too fast for their own good and they start getting ahead of themselves.
Well, what I like about YouTube is I can show people what I'm doing and how I do it the way I do it, and then they can show how they do it on their channels, and you can compare and go, oh yeah, Jesus, I didn't know you could do it that way, or that's a better way than what I'm doing it, or whatever. And people like to that, but then that's what I like about YouTube. You learn stuff, and that's the reason I do it.
Exactly, yeah.
And again, I might be, I'm cutting off all these little bittings here, and it's probably not worth my while doing it. If I was trying to make money on e-waste, it'd be easier just to think, but this is a hobby, and I just like doing it. And as I say, that's why some people do put up on, I might get a comment that people say, oh, you're wasting your time, you're not going to make any money, that cost you more than what you made out of it, blah, blah, blah. But I'm not trying to make money out of e-waste. It's a hobby for me.
If people like what you do and you're really successful with views, and you see your subscribers spiking and your views spiking and all that stuff, it's tough because people can smell a money grabber a mile away. You know what I mean? Because there's other ways to make money on YouTube. You could have memberships. You could do all sorts of stuff.
You can get sponsors.
Yeah, sponsors, all sorts of stuff. But if you do it in a progressive way and you offer value back to your subscribers, you could do that too. Like a membership's a perfect example. I mean, you could have like a private video for just members, or a private live stream for members once a week, and offer special emojis and all that fun stuff. But you got to make it worth their while.
Yeah,
don't make it seem like it's a money grab.
Yeah, well, that's why I said I don't do memberships, because I don't have the time to put into it. If you, as you were saying, if you do a membership, you have to give them something extra.
Yes, you do. Yeah.
Because I know there's certain crowds, certain people are charging membership, and the person who's paying the memberships are getting nothing extra for it. And you're here like, why are you paying the membership? You're not getting anything that isn't given away for free to everyone else anyhow. But and that'd be the way I'd be, because if I put a membership on mine, I know I couldn't do an extra video a week. I couldn't do an extra.
That's good on you for recognizing that. There are some people that don't. They'll just do it, and that's when people start saying, "Oh, this is."
Yeah, I don't even have my PayPal linked to my YouTube, to be honest. I never bothered with it. because again, I work full time, and YouTube to me is a bit of fun, and my gold hobby, this gold recovery, is a bit of fun. So I never even bothered and putting my PayPal or anything like that up on my description. And I have no problem with anyone that puts their PayPal up. My problem is the person that keeps during the show saying, "Oh, my PayPal is blah blah blah, my PayPal is blah blah blah," all during their lives. And you're like, why are you doing that? If people want to give you money, they'll give you money, and you don't need to be spurting it out every 5 minutes saying your PayPal account is blah,
I agree,
blah, blah.
1000%.
Yeah,
and Gil, I tried that membership thing, and put up some videos of me scrapping in a thong bikini topless, and it just didn't, I mean, I don't know, it didn't work. So
I think they paid you money not to do it, wasn't it? Someone said, "Please take money. I never want to see anything like that again."
The goal is to have reoccurring payments for membership, not just a one-time payment and scare people half to death.
Yeah, I think if I put up, "I'm going to appear in a bikini." If
I
you
just
don't
broke
pay
my
me,
knife.
People that pay me not to appear, they go, "Please, we'll pay the money. Don't do it. Don't do it."
it was just a tip.
I just broke. I need to donate
That
to my
was fun.
PayPal so I can buy a new knife. I just broke my knife.
Shark Scrapper was a huge contributor to one of those fundraisers I was doing. I think it was for
Damn it.
Peter and Granny at the time.
Oh,
Like I was
yeah.
going to
you have
take
to
off
bring
my
that up
shirt,
again.
not take off my shirt, and whatever. That was fun. That was actually pretty fun.
Well, that was a
Damn
good
you,
reason.
I had just managed to get through my counseling on that. Now I'm going to have to go back and see my counselor again.
Well, again, that's my take on the making the money on YouTube. Like, you could, if you wanted, you could go up there and be begging on YouTube, being a YouTube beggar, and constantly saying, "Oh, this is broken down," or "Oh, my dentist bills," or "I have an eye test bill," or "My car needs a new whatever." And there is people who are constantly begging every week. You look, there's something different gone wrong for them. As I said, no one can be that unlucky that every week something takes on them. So all they are is begging. It's the same as if they were on the streets begging. It's the same thing they're doing.
Panhandlers
on YouTube, And again, I do get super chats sometime off people, and I appreciate it when they do it, and I never ask anyone to do it, because again, I understand how tight money is for people, and I understand that money is tight for everyone. I don't expect anyone to do it, and I never would expect it. And if someone does do it, I appreciate it when they do it, but I just say there's no need to ever do it.
I'm the same exact way, with the exception of if I'm doing some sort of fundraiser for someone else.
Yeah,
You
go
know what I
for
mean?
anything.
Yeah.
I just like, as again, I always say that when I did come onto YouTube first myself, I was thinking, oh yeah, this is going to be another revenue stream for me. I'm going to put up my videos and I'm going to get thousands of people or hundreds of thousands of people watching my videos. And all of a sudden I discovered, 3 people watched my video this week.
Yeah. And as soon as you start getting thumbs down, that means that other people than your friends are watching. So that means that you're making progress.
But so then I had a choice to make: do I carry on doing YouTube and realize that I'm never going to make money out of YouTube, or do I give it up? And I decided I met so many good friends on here, and I met so many people into the same sort of stuff I'm into, that of course I was going to keep doing YouTube.
Like I always say, the best thing I made on YouTube is friends.
There you go.
Same.
I have a tear in my eye from that scene.
I travel to see fellow YouTubers every year, and I'm going to start traveling to other places at some point. Maybe Shark Scrapper and whatnot. I travel.
Let me know when you come over to the
Scrapper
Netherlands
at
so
some
I can
point.
clean up.
That's right.
Yeah.
Needs at least a month's notice, if not more.
Shark Scrapper.
Give 12 months notice, you'll be all right.
Yeah.
The drunk, naked scrapper. See, Brizzy boy. The drunk, naked scrapper.
Is this actual brass? It is. Yes.
If you're going to try that, you might want to set up a separate channel first. Sure.
Shark Scrapper, you are a dickhead.
I love you too, Scrapman Dan.
You are a dickhead if there ever was a dickhead.
Now there's a shark with a heart.
Oh, you're a dickhead. Oh my God. I appreciate it, Jack, but there's no need for it.
Hey man, it's cheaper than sending you M&Ms.
Oh my God.
You heard about that story, Bob? Did you?
Yes, I did.
He paid the duty so that I wouldn't have to pay it, and I still had to pay the duty over here. So the buck that he was paying the duty for just made whatever amount of money off him for no reason.
Wow. I hope those M&Ms were good.
They were really good. I even brought them to work, and I was giving to the guys I work with and everything, and they were saying, "Where'd you get these flavors from?" I said, "They're the most expensive M&Ms you'll ever eat."
I think next time I'm just going to set up a factory in Ireland because it'd be cheap.
I think it would have been cheaper. I think you paid whatever. I don't know how much the M&Ms came to. We'd say they came to $30 or whatever they came to. Then you paid how much duty on it?
You don't want to know.
How much?
I paid as much in duty as I paid for the M&Ms.
Yeah, and when they came to me, I had to pay another 20. I think it was 29 quid duty on top of it. So when you add it all together, the M&Ms probably cost about 80 or 90 quid. So they were the dearest M&Ms ever bought.
The world's most expensive M&Ms.
The world's most expensive M&Ms. So they were.
But did they taste any good?
My neighbour had to pay the duty because I wasn't here to pick them up. And the neighbour said, "Oh, there was a parcel delivered for you there." And I saw it. I took the parcel. He goes, "Oh, by the way, you owe me 30 quid." I said, "Oh, all right, why?" He said, "There was a duty you had to be paid on them." I said, "Oh, okay, so you know, so they were the dearest M&Ms ever, but they were lovely."
Oh, by the way, Shark Scrapper, I'm out of hot sauce. I'm going to have to order some more.
Oh, I just had my first yesterday. That was pretty good. I finally found something I could use it on.
Sharky, you should have put that on Dragon's Den.
Dragon's Den.
So Peter Jones would have funded production.
Well, no, it's not called Dragon's Den. It's called the Shark Tank over there.
Oh, yeah, that's the American version. Yeah, it's called Shark Tank, yeah. That'd be appropriate, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it'd be appropriate for him.
Perfect for the Shark Tank.
What did you have the hot sauce on, Ralph?
I had sausage rolls that I put cheese on and put them in the microwave until it all molten down. Then I took barbecue sauce, tomato ketchup, chili sauce, and mixed that together, and then added a bit of shark sauce. Mixed that together, have a taste, bit more shark sauce, had a little taste, bit more shark sauce, and then it was good. And then I put that on there, and that was actually pretty damn awesome.
The shark sauce on meatballs is lovely.
Mm.
Yeah.
So,
See, I had this hot sauce with just about anything.
No, meatballs. It tastes lovely on the meatballs.
Spaghetti. I love putting it in spaghetti sauce too.
I've had folks that have sent me pictures of the food that they've put it on. Eggs, vegetables, meat. Yeah.
Yeah, if anyone in the chat doesn't know, Shark Scrap on his website has a link to his hot sauce if anyone wants to get some hot sauce.
It's worth it.
It's very good.
He has to make up the money that he just gave me there.
Right, exactly.
Buy some hot sauce. I'm sponsored by Shark Scrapper Hot Sauce tonight.
You need to recuperate those duties.
This show is sponsored by Shark Scrapper's Hot Sauce.
Make a GoFundMe, please. Help and fund Scrapping Irish so that he can keep eating M&Ms.
Whoa!
Hey, I'm going to ban anyone. I'm going to ban anyone else that puts a super chat tonight. No more super chat.
Okay, I just stopped with mine then. All right.
Banning anyone. I was talking about super chats, not looking for super chats. I was talking about why I don't advertise for money and look for money on my channel because I work full time. So please, no more.
We all know, Scrapping Irish. We all know. It's just all in good fun. Seriously, don't. I know if I were you, I'd start freaking out too. I'd be like, gosh.
Yeah, I don't want any super chats. I know you're trying to take the piss out of me, but I don't want any super chats. You can just take the piss out of me without super chatting. You know?
Like super stickers, guys. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Kidding.
Stop. But what I have to do now is I'll have to put you, anyone, the two boys, I'm going to put them in my will, and if I die before them and I have any gold left, you get a share of it.
Except I won't be able to afford to ship it back here.
Yeah, you won't be able to get it. You'll have to move to Ireland to get it. You'll have to move to Ireland to get it. So what I'll have to do now, when you come on holidays to Ireland, I'll have to buy you Guinness. Oh, you don't drink Shark, so no Guinness for Shark.
Abelski, solder is made of tin. So solder is usually like a high percentage of tin.
Yeah, usually on the electronics it is. Sometimes
Yes.
if it's plumbing solder, it's made of lead. Usually.
No, it's usually also tin. It could be a lead and tin combination. Usually like 40% lead and 60% tin.
Oh no, the one we have, because I work in a place where we sell it, and the one we have for the plumbers is about 65% lead.
I got that the other way around. 60% lead, 40% tin.
Yeah,
probably. Yeah.
But it's no good for making stannous chloride.
It's only 37% tin. Over there, maybe. Over here, when you buy solder, it's 99% tin and 1% copper.
So your tin would be suitable for me probably to make stannous chloride, because if it's 90-something% tin, it should work. So I must have a look at buying that instead of buying my tin from America, where I pay. I think it's for I bought. Was it?
There also might be silver in there.
I bought a pound of tin, and it cost me something like 60 quid a pound.
Yeah, it's quite expensive. It all depends what the tin is used for. For electronics, it's usually tin. What the solder is used for. For roofing, there's usually a lot of lead in there, and for plumbing, there's usually a lot of lead in there, because the melting point of lead is way higher than tin. Is a bit higher than tin.
See what Raphael said. Some solder does have silver in it.
Exactly, and silver has a way higher melting point, so it basically hardens it a lot, and it makes it slightly more shiny.
Yeah, well, that's why you see the big companies that are doing the e-waste recovery, and people are saying, "Oh, how can they make so money out of it?" Because when they're recycling something like these invisible boards that I have in my hand,
invisible boards.
The invisible boards. When they're doing that, they're getting the silver, they're getting the copper, they're getting the gold, they're getting the platinums, they're getting the lead, they're getting the tin, they're getting everything off it, and they're reselling all that components. Where I'm only going after the gold bits, and I'm not getting all that silver that's on the back, or that's what's called tin, where the big boys get all that sort of stuff.
I think I heard a beep.
Well, you can actually get silver solder, which is like 90 or 95% silver and a little bit of antimony and maybe a bit of tin in there.
Ralph?
What?
Someone in the basement.
Raphael.
Wrong.
Okay.
I'm not giving you any hints either. Like
everyday solars.
It could be everyday solars. Yeah. That was my next guess.
You got it, Sharky.
Hello.
Hey, how are things, everyday solars?
Yeah, not too bad.
I seen you. You were up in Ralph's. Were you last night? Raphael's? No.
Yeah.
No, you're up in. It was Friday up on Huey's.
Evie's.
Oh, that's the one.
Yeah.
I did two on Friday. I was being a Ralph style panel whore on Friday, to be honest.
Where were you? Who else's panel were you up on?
And I got some cool gifts.
Evie.
Oh, Evie's. Oh, look at that. Hold on till I highlight it. There we go.
And only yesterday, when I held it like this, I noticed what the thing was in the middle, because I kept holding it like this, thinking it was like a cat face or something like that. But when I turned it around and I did this, I noticed that it was actually kind of this.
Yes, you're
cool.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, Ralph.
Do
you know what though? You're not the only person to have done that, because Ian didn't know what the heck I'd put inside his, and he was like, "What is this?" I was like, "Ian, it says Cheers, Ian, and it's a bottle." And he was like, "My name's in there." He just honestly had no idea. I was like, "Turn the bloody thing round, and you'll see what it's supposed to say."
And there was a little sword or dagger.
Electronic scrapper.
Electronic scrapper. I know you don't like my channel and you want to get banned, but you didn't have to do that. All you had to do was ban me.
All these super chats are coming in now. You've done it now, Scrapping Irish.
No, I was trying to say the opposite to that. That I don't I don't be looking for them. I don't want them, and that's why I don't put up my YouTube or my
Well, I
PayPal or
know.
anything like that.
It's also based on
I got all the important parts of a woman.
That's beautiful.
I wish it was like this big though.
I'm going to let you in on a secret. The reason I don't want all these super chats and stuff is now I'm waiting for the big kill. I'm waiting for the time I'm going to say to you all, I want 10,000 each, lads. I'm in awful trouble.
And you're lost of scrapping.
I love that.
We'll be right there for you, man. We'll be right there for you. We'll be right behind you.
Have you seen that one where she talks dirty? It's just a load of clips edited together.
I imagine that'll be a good one.
Heady aroma of pussy wafting.
God.
And she has a thing about sizable cock.
You're bringing the tone down.
What was that about wafting?
Gulf Coast ACR Scrapper, good to see you, sir. Welcome in.
Gulf Coast, what up, bud?
I'm going to have to move. My internet's cutting out here. Let's move over somewhere else.
So, Shark, tell me this. Have you started your new routine now of just your 2 videos every week?
April, okay.
April. I knew you said it on one of the videos. I didn't know whether you said April or you were starting straight away.
Yeah, that'll be April.
What way are you going to do them? Are you going to just do 1 street scrap, 1 e-waste scrap, or are you going to still do your 2 street scraps and do the e-waste one, or what are you planning?
Well, we'll be mixing stuff up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just wondering, like, what way you plan to go forward doing them. And yeah.
How is the business going, Shark? How is the business going? How's everything developing?
It's going like anything with a new business. There's fits and starts, right? So I thought things were going to go really well with the cell phone tower company, and then last week, the week before, the manager came over and said, "Hey man, I got some bad news. We're not doing any more repair contracts for a while. We're just doing new builds. So all of that cable and steel and aluminum and stuff that was coming in is going to dry up while they're doing new builds. There might be a few cutoffs here and there, but so that's going to dry up. So, but then I picked up a couple of other smaller clients that are doing home remodeling and IT stuff. So it's a small business startup, right? You have good weeks and bad weeks.
Yeah. Well, keep at it, man.
And Everyday Science, how are you getting on since you got your license? How do you find picking up stuff? Does it make it easier for you because you have your proper licenses and stuff like that to show people?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't actually advertise yet because I haven't got the space to put anything. But I do have all the people who are on my books, so to speak, are schools, and I wouldn't be able to pick up from them if I didn't have the licenses. So in that sense, yes, it's essential because all of my goodies come from schools. So
yeah,
and it's well worth it. It costs next to no money. It's something like
Brittany boy. I'm gonna. Oh, you are.
It's only about £2.50, which would be about.
It doesn't matter. I don't want anything. It could be 10 cents, and I still don't want it.
Well, you can remove the super chat button, Scrapping Irish.
Again, as I said before, I don't do. I just have YouTube set up. I done my set up so that I get my couple of cents off YouTube whenever, and that's it. I don't touch my analytics. I don't go into the settings. I don't change anything on YouTube.
Well, then
don't get rid of your super chats. That'll offend everybody simultaneously.
But the thing. But now something I was thinking about doing at some stage was the Amazon
wish list.
Yeah, because again, if someone is buying something for themselves, not the wish list, the Amazon, what's that called?
The partner program that they have.
Program. Yeah, if someone's already buying the item and I make a cent out extra because they're buying the item, then I don't find that because they're already buying something they already wanted. They're not buying it because I said to buy it. or whatever. They're already buying it. So if, say, for instance, I had that snips up there and I said, oh, this is a good snips or whatever, and they go and buy it for themselves to use, then if I make a bit out of that, then that was something I was thinking about doing, maybe, you know, because
Those are affiliate links, right?
affiliates. That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Thank you, Rob.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about doing that, because again, the person is already going to be buying that item, and it's going to be used to them. And if I make a cent out of it, it's something towards me then. But that I was thinking about doing, but I don't know whether it's worth it or not worth it. I think Shark does it, don't you, Shark? Shark?
Don't know what.
The affiliate Amazon.
I was an affiliate.
Amazon affiliate.
Yeah.
Thing. And how do you
Yeah.
find that?
I don't know. I don't think I've gotten anything.
You're only one. Not
No,
anything.
you know, it's what I did was I put that up there because I keep getting these comments from people saying, hey, where can I find those Torx bits or that tool or, you know, that thing. And so it's a convenient place for me to just put all those tools on my Amazon affiliate store, and then people can just click on that link and go get it.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'll make a little bit of money when they do that. But it was just a, you know, convenient place for people to find the tools that I'm using. So, you know, but I don't.
That's a win-win. That's a win-win for everybody. You're making it convenient for people to, you know, what do you use? I want to do that too. You know, it's all nice in one place.
But I don't think I've gotten anything from them yet. So
We'll just keep shutting mine down every time. Shuts me down.
Electronic Scrapper, when you for supporting my channel, if you're in here and you're watching my videos and you're listening to my crap, and that is more than enough support for me ever, to be honest. I'm amazed that people take the time out of their evenings to come and listen to a daft Irish guy talking rubbish. You know,
We love it.
so that's more than enough support for me. And if anyone leaves a thumbs up, even better still. And if they give me the Australian thumbs down, like Shark did earlier on, I appreciate them too.
Brizzy.
What did Brizzy just say?
do they sell that on Amazon?
They sell just about anything on Amazon.
They sell everything on Amazon.
Here are the tools that I use.
Yeah, Brizzy's toolbox.
Instead
It
of
takes
the
affiliate
tools
to a whole new
the
level.
tools of creation, the tools of masturbation.
Well, you know, I hadn't thought about putting a flashlight on there, but I suppose that
A different type of flashlight.
Different. Don't muddle them up.
It's with an E, not the A.
Yeah, don't get them confused when you put them up on your affiliated links.
Wrong vowel.
Buy a vowel.
okay, all right. Now wait a minute. Is it just me, or does Solars look like Morticia Adams the way she's got
Yes.
her room lit up right now?
In the dark.
Yes.
Da, da, da.
Oh,
Let them.
Da-da-da-dum,
Let them.
da-da-da-dum.
There you go.
Let them.
there we go.
Let them.
Oh, it's cute. My hood is too big.
Yeah, I
No,
done
I'm
that
just
last night. I
hog-head.
came up onto what you call live last night like this.
Yeah, I know. That was weird.
No bunch of Raphaels like that. Because usually Raphael goes, "Oh, I've got someone with a shiny head down in the basement," so I went like this, so he couldn't say that.
Oh, that's why you did that. That went way over my head.
'Cause he always gives it away. He goes,
What is
"I have
he
someone in the
doing?"
basement. They have a shiny head," and everyone goes scrapping Irish. So I covered him, so he couldn't see he couldn't say I had a shiny head. You know, but
There we go.
yeah, the fun of it.
I was able to find a replacement smoke detector.
Oh, did you finally
Amazon.
get a new one? And have you scrapped out the old one? Yes.
No, it's right here.
Oh, that is the old one. I thought that was the new one.
Yeah, that's the old one. But yeah, I was able to find the
Skills. Get down to the basement, you bold.
No.
Oh my God.
Hey, just letting you know in a very platonic sense that I love you, man. It's good. It's all good.
Hey, as I said before, if it wasn't for your channel and a few more channels, I probably wouldn't have even got into scrapping, It was finding you guys on YouTube and watching your videos. You and wasn't it
Moose, Ben,
Moose, and there was another guy, Scrapper
Dude.
what was his name?
Recycle Dude.
No, there
Recycle
was
Dude.
another guy before that. He doesn't do anything anymore at all on YouTube.
Pete?
Recycle Dude.
No, something Mike the Scrapper.
Mike the Scrapper, no.
Yeah, Mike the Scrapper used to be a guy. He was on YouTube 6-7 years ago, and I think he burnt himself out on it, and he just stopped doing videos altogether. Yeah, Mike the Scrapper, I think he was called.
So we blame Bob then. It's all his fault.
Yeah.
No, he just said that there's other people to blame. I mean,
But they're not here.
Yeah, they were the first guys that I found on YouTube. So I had a bit of an interest in taking stuff apart, and next thing I seen, these guys were saying, "Oh, you can make money taking this stuff apart. There's money in scrap." I go, "Oh, this is win-win."
At best, I show people the basics. You evolved into a scrapping superstar with the gold and refining and all that stuff.
I wouldn't go as far as superstars or anything like that. I just do it, and there's no of us superstars. I don't think any of us think we're superstars or anything like that, or we don't act.
I am.
We know.
You're just a prima donna. That's all you are.
I love it.
But, we do it, and we meet it, and we talk about it, and it's great that we have people that we can talk about scrap to. Like I couldn't walk into a bar and go. Stand at the bar and go, "Oh, hey, I see gold is up in price," and I do that. They'd be saying, "Oh, who's this weirdo?" Sitting here talking about this.
That's
at least here I can be weird, and you understand it. You accept my weirdness.
So that's not a pickup line, huh?
No. Hey, go into the bar. Hello, ladies. I have a lot of gold.
Now that's a pickup line.
Yeah.
Would you like to see my gold refinement process? Eh?
Yeah. Would you like to come? Hello, ladies. Would you like to come down to my shed?
In your shed.
No, thank you, Hannibal Lecter.
Yeah.
Night, Dan.
Would you like to see my plate?
Take care, Scrapman Dan.
Oh,
Scrapman Dan.
Great to have you.
Later, Dan.
Enjoy. Great to see Scrapman Dan, and anyone that hasn't seen his channel. He's not just a scrapper.
Right.
He does lots of cool
See you later,
art.
Dan.
Buddy.
He does lots of cool crafty artworky stuff.
Phenomenal.
Oh, he's done some good stuff, Dan.
Yeah. Check out his stuff that he's done. He's done some really cool stuff.
That's a retro again from as an associates.
He's a gifted man with his hands, let's just say. And I'm not being any innuendos or anything like that.
Not that kind of show, guys.
Not that kind of show.
Yeah.
He can do
tried.
good stuff.
I tried very hard not to react to that, I have to say.
I tried so hard.
So, Bob, when you come down here to Florida, you have to know down here in Florida, the best pickup line is, "Hey, nice tooth."
Oh, look at Ralph just got thrown in the basement.
Oh, what happened to Ralph?
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, he did it on purpose.
Nice prediction, Ralph.
See, Ralph can see into the future.
See, yeah.
Oh my God. Shower of clowns tonight.
What are you going to do with all these millions? Are you going to be going out to dinner to a fancy restaurant or something here?
Oh, I'm eating lobster tonight.
Oh, okay.
Just down payment for the next batch of M&Ms.
Yeah, it's to pay the duty on the next load of M&Ms that's coming in.
How you doing, baby?
Hey, look at that cute little doggy.
Beautiful one.
She's a big ham.
That's Sky, is it?
This is Sky. Yep.
Yeah. Sky Cat.
Oh, I love you.
Look at
Oh,
that.
Daddy.
Hey,
Daddy.
Sky.
I want a dog.
Say hello to everybody.
Oh,
Doggo.
she's a fine dog.
Yeah, she is. She's a good girl. She loves to hug.
a beauty.
I have a quarter, oh no, more than a quarter, a third of the way up on my
Just
Pringles over little tin.
Pringles tub.
See what else I found in my e-waste pickup? I got 10 of them fitness watches, and there was 10, but none of them work. Like they won't hold the charge. When you put them on the charger, they come on, but then when you take them off, the battery is dead, the same as it was. So for some reason, they won't hold the charge.
Did you break one open yet?
No, because there's gold pins there. I see gold pins on the back, so they'll be getting smashed open. Of course, I'll probably have to do a video on these because I never took one of these apart at smartwatch.
No,
so
actually,
we'll have to see what's inside of that. Yeah, we'll have to see
What's the
brand?
Here's my mom's little mutt.
Oh, look at that.
Aww. Is she better?
She is better now. She ate something during a walk, and after that she stopped eating and stopped pooping as well. And apparently she ate a toothpick, one of those that is has a point on both ends. And we didn't know in the beginning, and then they did like some advanced scan at some point to check what was wrong, and then they saw that there was something in there. They said, we're going to have to operate immediately. And the thing had been in her stomach. It went to her intestines and then went back into her stomach. So there are a couple of holes to find. And they had to shave her whole belly. So it was like a big ball of fur, but the bottom side was all bald. But they got the thing out after 12 days.
12 days.
And and then it looked like this because we gave her a
hold on.
Difference.
Oh, look at the face on it.
This point,
What have you done to me?
Yeah,
So
like,
cute.
oh
There's
my God,
bathtub from
what have you done to me?
Thursday.
There's quite a difference, yeah.
It is, like,
It looks like a totally different dog.
It's the same dog.
yeah. Look,
I like the shaved look. She looks cute. Is it a she?
Yeah,
Is it a he?
looks a lot cleaner. Yeah. Hold on.
What breed was she?
See?
Well,
We call it a boomer. It's a cross between a Shih Tzu and a
bulldog.
no, really cute looking face
a
on it.
poodle.
Oh,
I think
that's a bullshit.
yeah. So yeah,
Yeah, it's got a really
she's
cute
about
looking
2 years old, slightly over 2 years old now.
She is absolutely.
You know
gorgeous.
what's funny is Lulu has one of those ducks, toy ducks that your Shih Tzu is standing next to, and
Oh yeah,
yeah, so I know exactly how tiny that little dog is. That wouldn't even work as gator bait here.
Just for you, Gil.
Thanks. Thank you very much, Captain Irish.
Just for you,
Sure.
Gil.
Mhm.
we
I
got
will
this
drink
from
Coke in a
the
pinch.
clinic. This is the present we got from the clinic in a little tube. That was what was in her.
Oh my gosh.
A complete toothpick, not even broken. It probably went in just like that and ended up in her stomach.
Oh, poor little baby.
Yeah, and the dog really can't say, I have a tummy ache, So we're basically just,
can't tell you
there's
about
nothing
that.
coming out. Give her some laxative. Nothing's
Thank
going
God
in.
you
Give her
found that.
different food,
Oh.
Yeah.
See there, electronic
We should
scrapper as
have the
well.
scan.
You're to blame again, Bob, for getting an electronic scrapper into scrapping. You have a lot to answer for.
I'm yeah. Well, you're welcome.
But the worst of all is e-waste bin has to account for
What's this?
And me. And me.
and
Actually,
everything.
Waste Time was a part of it for me.
me too, actually, because
It was
one of the
E-Waste
first videos I saw from eWaste Ben was where he was taking apart a CRT television and taking out the degaussing cable and melting that into an ingot. And I was actually looking for melting metal and stuff like that, and I found eWaste Ben, and through that I found many other people, and I ended up at first at Recycle Dude, and then at Gill Skills, and then Pusa Studios, and then everyone else.
Yeah, I think Pusa Studios is where I met a lot of people. Well, not scrappers,
Yeah.
but I met a lot of people in general.
First scrap I come across was Snobby.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's where I seen Snobby Scrap Picker was on Pusa Studios. Was
Yeah,
where-
too, yeah.
From Martin Butler.
yeah.
You know, it was actually a melting video of e-waste bins that I found first, and
Yeah.
then his scrapping stuff, and then everybody else. So
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
amazing. Like over time, you run into everyone. I suppose e-waste bin would have been probably for most people would have been the first person, or Moose Scrapper, then Gil Skills. As I said, there was that Mike the Scrapper I used to always watch. His videos are still up there on YouTube as well. Mike the Scrapper videos, but I used to watch him. And then I just decided, you know what, I'll just start doing my own videos as well, and people can tell me when I'm going wrong and tell me when I'm going right, and have the crack. And then the live stream started as well, which was great that you could go on lives and talk to people. At first I was nervous about doing lives and stuff like that. And then after a while you just go, all right, I don't really care. I'll just go up and talk shit as good as anyone else. Hey, Nero.
Now you're like a game show host.
Yeah.
Look at Nero there. Another guy that I met on Pusha Studios.
Hey,
was
Nero.
Yeah.
Well,
Hi,
for years,
Nero. How are you?
didn't
Another
even
guy I
have a-
promised stuff to make. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, what did you
I
promise to
didn't
make for
have
Nero?
a,
That you haven't made yet?
Well, I actually already did the 3D printing for the thing.
Oh, I think
Nero,
I
like
remember
me, is kind of a
Probably
fan
yes.
of the Power Rangers, the original first Power Rangers, and they all have a power coin. And he asked me to make a golden power coin, so I found a 3D. I'm going to be making this out of golden bronze at some point, but the whole thing basically came with the belt
Yeah.
buckle Power Rangers morpher. So this goes in there. These are separate pieces. Hold on, let me see if I can get
It's
this
cool,
off. It's
actually.
quite tight in there. So these are all pieces that stick together. I'm gonna try to cast a couple of pieces of these, and then turn that into a belt buckle. But because of all the cleanup and all the other stuff that happened up in my life recently, I promised him this like 2 years ago.
I remember.
You still haven't given it to him.
I was
No,
thinking that.
not 2 years ago. I have the 3D printer for about a year now, so I promised him about a year ago, I guess.
It's been a long time.
It's been some time, yeah.
I used to always wonder why Brizzy Boy was so fidgety on the chair. He'd be moving around. Now I know why.
Yeah, and his eyes were constantly watering as well.
That's why there's a quarter slot on the right-hand side of that chair. Do you ever wonder why that
Hey,
was there too?
Crypto, welcome in.
That you put the quarter in, the vibration starts.
Wow.
I don't know if the hotels in Europe ever had those beds, but here in the U.S., if you check into a hotel and there's a quarter machine on the bed to make the bed vibrate, go to a different hotel.
Either that or double check with a black light. Shut off all the lights.
Oh.
You check it out with a black light.
If the bed glows in the dark, nah.
Oh my lord!
Well, I've told this story
Usual
before, I
fine.
think, or I might have said it off Anna, but when I was in America, we went to a hotel one time, and it was the only hotel we could get because there was a air show on in Boston at the time. We didn't know, and we just drove in, and we could only find one hotel, and we booked it. And we rang our friends that were living in Boston, and we said, "Oh, we arrived in Boston," and they said, "All right, where are you? We come and pick you up, and we go out for dinner." And we give them the name of the hotel, and they go, "You do know you can book that hotel by the hour." And I go, "Okay." They said, "You're not staying there. Get your stuff. You're staying with us."
Oh.
So yeah, that
Did you not pay for first hour?
yeah, as soon as you say you can book that hotel by the hour, you know what kind of clientele are staying in that hotel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, well, if you go to a hotel like that, you ask to stay for 2 days, they're gonna be like, 2 days? That should be enough of info for you.
We reached our quota for the month.
Yeah, so we didn't stay too long
I
there.
will pay for 1 hour.
Yeah, but that was the only really rough place we stayed in, I suppose. No, there was another place where we had to put tables up against the door because the doors didn't lock.
Wow.
And it looked like someone had kicked the door in the week before. So we're here.
Has anyone seen the film Big?
Yeah, because
First
again,
time we stayed in that room.
yeah. But again, it was like we didn't book in advance. We were just driving around America, and whenever we got tired, we go, right, where are we now? Oh yeah, we'll see, can we get a hotel near here? and we just go looking, and next thing you find whatever was there. Like we didn't give a damn really. Anything. Went down to the hotel, went to turn the key to lock the door. Door doesn't lock. Had to look outside. Oh, looks like someone kicked the door in last week. Okay, get all the presses, put them up against the door.
Oh my gosh. Stuff that.
Door.
Hello, Gramps.
Hey, how do?
Hi, Kevin.
Grandpa Kevin, good to see you, sir.
And Crypto's here too.
And Crypto, yeah. I said hi to Crypto.
Hello,
Crypto
hello.
came in there as well.
The lovely Carol.
So
yeah.
a long time ago, the first time I drove across country between military stations, I didn't. It was basically I had to get across as fast as I could, so I didn't bother to book hotel rooms. I just drove until I was tired, and then I would check into a hotel. And so I'm laying in this bed, and a rat fell on my chest.
Oh,
A live or a dead one?
A live one. Scared the living Jesus out of me, you know, because I'm sound asleep, and this thing just, you know, and now this thing's running around the bed, and I'm like, you know,
Was there a hole in the ceiling?
Well, then I turned the lights on. That's when I noticed the holes chewed into just about every corner of the room and stuff like that. You know, it's like, yeah, no, this is not happening.
remember in the Simpsons movie where he had Spider Pig and he was making him walk? It was Spider Rat.
Spider Pig. Spider Pig.
But it was funny because it woke me up so much I was able to put in another 100 miles that night.
Would you not, like, as soon as you start to fall asleep again, the next hotel you'd be like, oh no, he's here again. Oh my God. So that didn't get a good review on the Yelp off, you know?
You haven't admitted yet, man. Are you kidding? We were still using paper maps back then. Okay, we didn't have smartphones or any of that kind of stuff that first time I drove across country.
Yeah, how did people find their way around with paper maps? When you think about it, like when you were going anywhere years ago, you had to work out your route beforehand on wherever you were going, and there was, you know, if you took a wrong turn, you got the map out. You were here. Oh, where did I go wrong or whatever? Like compared to now, a sat nav brings you right to the door.
Yeah. And I still got where I wanted to go. It's amazing.
3 meters.
We still managed to get our way around the place with just paper maps.
You know, back in the day, we knew when and where to meet our friends on our little dirt bikes without the use of a mobile phone or whatever.
Yeah, and before mobile phones, you knew everyone's phone number, like their house number.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
You had to memorize their numbers if you wanted to ring them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See you, Scrappin'.
Hey,
Yeah,
take it easy.
Yeah,
See you, Scrappin'.
Smartphones nowadays, they're like
Hey,
the
Roger.
third hemisphere in our brains. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People don't remember information these days. They just remember how to look for the information.
Yeah. Again, like, every house used to have encyclopedias. You remember the old encyclopedia?
Yeah,
You need
I
one
love
for each
that.
letter of the alphabet.
Oh,
Truth. Yeah.
I
You know
had
what?
the Britannica, the red ones.
Yeah,
One
everyone had the Britannica ones, yeah.
20 was a bit bigger than all the rest.
Volumes.
Prehistoric Googling.
Yeah.
I loved it. Yeah, I loved those books.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, especially there were pictures.
Prehistoric Googling.
Yeah.
They're still up in my parents' attic. They still have, with the encyclopedias are all up there still.
I don't know what happened to ours.
So that would make MapQuest prehistoric GPS.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
So my dad collects National Geographics, and his basement is just bookshelves and bookshelves and bookshelves of National Geographics. It's just absolutely amazing. He loves to do things like, pull out, some very old National Geographic and read stories out of it, and how, that content, you couldn't even put it on social media anymore because of the things they were saying or what was written back, so long ago.
Yeah. But again, that brings us back to the only source of information we were talking about earlier. If all you have is one source of information, that's what all you. But where nowadays you can search so many different views on one subject, compared to where before you just had the one source of information and that was it. Free internet at my house. Yeah, Encarta 95. Do you remember that?
Encarta, yeah, I still have
I
that
remember that.
somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that.
I'd forgotten that even existed, actually.
Yeah.
That was basically the whole of the 26 volumes of the encyclopedia on one CD.
Yeah.
And it even came with music and videos.
Yeah,
And
but imagine there's people born now that have never known anything before YouTube or anything like that, where we have seen that stuff and worked with before YouTube came and all that sort of stuff. And now there's people
Well,
Wikipedia.
YouTube's
Our
been around
generation
forever.
is probably the last one that can say we didn't have internet back then.
Yeah. Yeah.
But do you remember when clip art
too.
came?
Oh,
Clip art, oh, that was awesome for making school projects.
Yeah.
Published in 95.
Oh my gosh, I put so much clip art on everything I possibly could when that first came out. I was like,
Yeah,
what can I
and
say?
if you ever bought the computer magazines, you might get a disc with some extra clip art stuff.
Yeah,
with it.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
I gotta look at something. Hang on.
Oh,
boy,
what's he
oh boy.
got? What's he gonna pull out?
Well, guys, I gotta go. I gotta grab something to eat, and then I want to get back out in the
Well,
garage.
before you
and take
go,
care of
Gil, because I usually do it at the end of the show, but if you go now, what's your plan for the week? Have you any videos coming out or anything to let us know about?
I don't. My plan is to not have one because things have been so chaotic the last couple of weeks. With things going on, that whatever happens, happens.
That's okay. That's all right. There's never any pressure to do anything.
The best plan is to not have one at this point.
Yeah. Well, keep an eye in case he does, guys. Keep an eye on his channel. Or if you haven't got Gil, which I'm sure any scrapper has Gil skills in their list of channels to watch. If you haven't got them, make sure you go get them.
All right, guys. Have a wonderful evening.
If he threatens to do the Wii, just run. Just run.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Just
Usually there's a fundraiser involved. Anyway,
Good night, Bob.
See you later, Gills.
Now, what were you looking for?
I had stumbled across an old clip art disc that I had when I was cleaning the office the other day, but now I've lost it again in the mess. So
Oh,
Darn.
Yeah, the old clip art. But I remember buying the computer magazines, and you might get a demo game that'll let you pay for 2 levels or something. And
yeah.
Shareware.
Shareware.
Beavis and Butthead. What was it called? In virtual
insanity.
Virtual stupidity.
Virtual stupidity. That was. I actually have that game. Yeah. I took all the sound files from
Granny.
that and used
The
those
best
for
one.
all kinds of stuff at some point.
And Granny and the Bear Scrappers. Can I clarify? The thing that I scrapped out was a massager. Now, if people wanted to massage certain areas with it,
I was thinking the same thing. When I seen that, I go, what is she scrapping out?
That was not me. It was just a massager. Sports people buy those these days for their muscles, so we're going to go with that's exactly
Yes,
that.
it's used for legitimate purposes, essential parts of the body.
Were you wearing
Granny,
gloves?
Have a good night, Granny. And the
I
Bear
had gloves
Scrappers.
on.
I've got exactly 7 minutes left anyhow, guys. So if anyone wants to pop up for the last 7 minutes, I put the link out there. It's already there on the pin, but I'll put it there in case anyone wants to come up for the last 7 minutes. They're more than welcome. I'll put it out in the chat. Boom. But the old magazines. I used to have piles of them computer magazines when I was
Yes,
younger.
me too. I think I still might have them somewhere.
Really?
Yeah, or at least some of them. I also
and I
used
used
to
to
collect the old
Some
Nintendo magazines.
Little
I used to
something
get
I got.
the football magazine sent over from England to me as well. The Liverpool football magazine. They used to be available in Liverpool on the thing. And the news agent used to get it sent from England so I'd get it about a week after it came out in England, And we meant to be in study class, and there was a few of us who were Liverpool supporters, and we'd be meant to be in study class after school. You do this extra 3-hour study class coming up to your leaving certs, or do you call them your GS, whatever the Italian call them?
GCSE.
That's it. So they're called leaving certs over here. And
I'll be back.
you'd be doing your extra 3 hours in the evening studying. We'd have the newspaper, and I'd read it first, hand it over to the next Liverpool book, and that's what we were doing instead of doing study class. That's why I'm here on YouTube now.
We're on the subject of
Yeah.
stuff.
What did Daniel say?
You can 3D.
We also had computer games with no ads. Oh yeah, computer games with no ads or no pay. Yeah, the games where you didn't have to buy to continue on.
Yeah, exactly. You bought exactly.
Yeah,
You
when
bought the game
that
and it was
like.
yours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you buy the game and you have to buy the add-ons and you have to buy the weapons and you have to buy the pay extra for this and pay extra for that.
Our
Well,
first.
not for all games.
No,
Well, no, not our first, because
no,
my
but
mum.
we'd say any of your mobile phone games. They're
Yeah,
all,
anything mobile sucks these days.
Yeah, they're all about getting extra money out of you.
I had a great like
Tycoon.
dirt cross
Wow.
game on our
What was that
first
shows again?
PC.
Ernest, shows again.
What Transport Tycoon?
Yeah, I think I still have that somewhere as well.
I think my
does it
absolute.
again.
Well, no, I don't think. I know my absolute favorite kind of strategy game though was Total Annihilation. That was.
Oh yeah, I like that.
was such a fun game to play.
Yeah, with the core and the arm.
Yes, exactly.
Final Doom.
Doom, yeah. Do you remember that?
What began as
There was
a
a- there was a
conflict
game I
over the
loved,
transfer of
um,
human consciousness from flesh to metal
Oh, I can't-
escalated into a war that has decimated 1,000 worlds, something like that. It started,
That's amazing that
and
you still remember that, man.
Wow.
That's a crack up.
Yeah.
Do you remember that
stuff
game?
like
What
that
one-
sticks in my head, but important stuff is just gone.
World of
Here's
Kingdoms.
another one.
Star
was
Trek,
the one,
which one is that?
It's the Final Unity.
I still need to finish that game. I've only started because a
finished
friend of
it?
mine had that.
Ralph,
That
what
game
the
was
game
brilliant.
Where you,
I am
you,
it's
you
only
landed on like
Picard.
you landed on a world and you had to go around cutting down trees and building everything. Well, what was that game called?
Well, Minecraft?
Civilization.
No, it was what was it called?
Colonization.
Civilization.
Something Civilization, World of Civilizations. Was it our Civilization World or something? I used to love that game. It was class. I love playing that.
No idea.
It's been hours at it. And then when you could get the cheats and you could get like nuclear weapons and just wipe everyone out with a nuclear weapon.
Night Electronic Scrapper.
Who's leaving?
Electronic Scrapper.
Oh, Electronic Scrapper, take it easy. Thanks for
Yeah,
being
Command and Conquer was also
Later
a good
on,
one.
man.
Oh yeah, Command and
mean-
Conquer. That's right. That was another one. Yeah.
Mech Warrior.
Most excitement
That
I
was
got was
also
like Minesweeper.
Oh yeah, Minesweeper.
Although actually, our first PC that I was able to use, like a brand new actual stuff that did more than just green letters across the screen, was a Packard Bell, and that had an amazing like dirt cross bike PC game.
Motocross
preloaded in it.
Madness.
Yes, that's it. Wow, you're like super weird on the whole.
I
PC
own
thing.
32 game consoles and over 3,000 games.
I loved it. I
Oh,
absolutely loved it.
I can go further back than that.
It was a great
Solitaire.
game.
That was a
Solitaire.
lot of fun, yeah.
It was a really.
That
good
was
game.
actually a game by Microsoft. Microsoft Motocross Madness. They also had Midtown Madness and Monster Truck Madness.
There you go.
I'm
That's what I had
trying
back in
to,
the
Oh
80s.
yeah, the Spectrums. I had one of them as well.
I
So,
think I could still play that
Lars,
game.
how come when I scrapped out a
These were never.
Packard Bell
Private
and
school.
called it a Packard Bell, people gave me all kinds of grief in my comments about calling it a Packard Bell.
It's
Why?
You
Packard
get away
Bell.
with it, but I can't.
Packard Bell.
What's wrong with saying that?
Picard
What is it
Bell?
supposed to be? Packard Bell.
We were all
Packard
playing
Bell.
with
Oh, you mean like Picard Bell?
oneself, did we? Yes, I did.
What was that other computer? Oh, the Acorn. Do you remember the Acorn computer?
You said it
Which
right.
ones? There was at least two.
That was one of the early ones in the 80s, really early.
Well, there was the Atom, and then there was the BBC.
Hi, right.
No, I think it was the Atom. I think it was. I had one of them, the Atoms.
You didn't see them yet. I didn't really. I've never seen an Acorn Atom.
Oh, I had an Acorn. It was
That exists,
definitely-
but
It wasn't the BBC anyway. It wasn't the BBC one. It was the it was the
the
Acorn
Atom,
Atom.
the Atom was the first one.
Yeah, it was the
Then
Acorn
the
Atom. We
BBC
thought we
came
were cool.
out.
We thought we were cool to have that.
The BBC were about £399 brand
Yeah,
new.
and then we had the Spectrum, of course, the
Yeah.
Spectrum ZN or ZX or whatever it was called.
The ZX Spectrum.
I never
ZX.
had a
Actually,
Spectrum.
Ralph,
I
you're the
went
person-
Commodore 64.
Yeah, that's what I said. The rich people had the Commodore 64s. We had the Spectrum.
All the B.
I have
All the
a
B.
question.
The Spectrum was the lower end one for the peasant.
I have a question for you, Ralph. I think
Yes.
you might have tried to answer this for me before, but I don't think we ever got to the bottom of it. But I had a game that I think was on my Sega Mega
Yeah.
Drive, which was a bit like Street Fighter, but it wasn't Street Fighter.
Streets of Rage.
What did you
Or
say?
Fatal Fury.
I shall Google.
Or Streets of Rage.
And you had to move through, and then sometimes you had to like climb up and pick up little wrenches and.
Double Dragon or Streets of Rage.
Oh, Double Dragon, that was class.
Yeah, I think Double Dragon was more Nintendo. Not wrong. Either one of those.
They had Double Dragon in the arcade place beside us. And
that's
at lunchtime, when you go down from school at lunch, if you were really good on it, you could be the whole lunch playing Double Dragon, and everyone else would be getting pissed off with you because they couldn't get into play because you were on it for too long.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had both. It could have been either.
Commodore 64.
Could have been Final Fight.
Right, it's hit 11 o'clock my time, so that's my 3 hours up. So I'm going to go around the panel and ask them what they've planned for the week. So, Shark Scrapper, what's your plan for the week?
So Monday we've got the hard drives that. Is that Monday? No, that's Wednesday. We've got the hard drives from that. Remember, I said in
the hard drives.
Yeah, I've got the really weird hard drives. So that's either Monday or Wednesday. No, you know what? That's Wednesday. Monday is going to be the rest of the street scrap from last week, and then we have a new street scrap on Friday.
Okay. Yay. And Park Nest, what's your plan?
Friday's video is this one. It's basically the MOT. And the repairs needed to get it to pass. And I actually had a video out today.
I seen you messing with your mirrors. The last video, I think you were doing the mirrors on your car.
Oh, that was on the Beetle. Yeah, Friday's video was the Beetle. Yeah, the Beetle, the driver's door mirror on the Beetle. But yeah, I did put out an extra video today, which was a certain Triumph.
Okay, and Ralph, what have you planned?
Why do you even bother to ask him?
I know, but I have to.
I have planned more scrapping of stuff, more cleanup, and I don't know. When I feel like it, I might actually try to make another dumpster diving compilation because I have a lot of footage, but don't count on it.
Oh.
Don't count on it anytime soon, but
just keep us hanging.
Yeah.
And,
no video for at least another 2 weeks.
And that's what I was waiting for. And Everyday Solars, what's your story for the week?
My video on Wednesday is just back to. I'm trying to sort my shit out, guys. So I am trying to scrap stuff, but I have been ever so slightly distracted with 2 headless naked Barbies that I have had to do something to create them into something. So that might be added in there.
Why does the movie The Human Centipede come to mind?
But, nothing dodgy, I promise. But they might make an appearance in the video as well. I don't know what I'm going to have time to do because both my parents, unfortunately, have got COVID. And so I've now got all of the school runs for all of the children and my lovely new additions as well. So so I don't know what time I'm going to have, but I've already filmed a bit, thankfully. So yeah.
Okay, as long as Ken doesn't show up in that video, I guess we're okay.
What about did anyone see muriatic acid around lately? I haven't seen him around in a while.
No, I haven't seen any comments from him either.
No. So I hope everything is okay with that guy or that lady. I don't know, is it a guy or a lady? No one seems to know. But I haven't seen anything from them in a while, so hopefully they're okay. Yeah, so I haven't seen them saying the thumbs up on anyone's video or anything, so hopefully they're okay. But anyhow, what have I planned? I have a video coming out on Thursday, and that will be it really for the week. So again, thanks to everyone that was in tonight, and especially all the super chatters.
Oh, here, let me see if I can get in there real quick.
Oh,
all them dickheads.
Wait, is Brissy saying he's going to go live now, or just in general?
I'm going to start
live. Test one last night.
We did test one last night.
Yeah, but when are you going live, Brizzy? Because if you're going live now, we can send
We
people
could be-
over to you.
First official raid.
Yeah.
I might
if you
actually
want.
not be subscribed to Brizzy Boy because I knew he didn't have
a
any
live
content.
channel. Yeah, we would-
Let me go and have a look see.
Yeah, but Brizzy, you're out of luck because we already gave Irish all our money.
Yeah. Well, it does take a while for him to get monetized first. So
Yeah. Romantic
I know, right, I've
reckons
seen
muriatic
the same.
acid is e-waste bin.
I've seen Rose say hi Ben every time your attic comes in.
oh wow,
Oh no, he's not going
the
live
test
now.
stream from 20
Oh,
hours
okay.
ago.
All right.
He's not,
Oh,
going
popped up.
live now. So guys, thanks for everyone that was in, everyone that super chatted
Yeah,
again.
pleasure
Not
as
right up,
always.
I appreciate it. And again, if you haven't given the thumbs up, make sure you do on your way out. Until next time, see you all later. Bye bye.
Slap you later.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye.